body thing back
Nice.
to.
Okay. I guess I won't tell
Yeah.
those terrible
For a
jokes then.
second.
Sorry for the technical difficulties. 1,
2.
but or 2.
Okay, I think we are
But
good.
just for the sake of simplicity, I won't reiterate everything I said.
Mhm.
But the question was, since you probably didn't hear that, was introduce ourselves. Then everyone knows me as Gribble Grabonsky. You'll hear me use different names throughout the night, I'm sure. And the question posed to me was, what was my first TTRPG character, class, experience, whatever, what have you? And I said barbarian.
But also druid.
But also slash druid, yes.
And he turned into a tree.
I knew you would bring that up, you bastard.
In the middle of combat.
Nobody brings up the silver
rest of us
owl.
are dying.
Nobody brings up the silver. Nobody brings up the amulet. Nobody brings up the silver owl. It's always I turned into a tree in combat.
Turns into a tree. Anyways, let's move on to our next player.
I hate you.
The lovely Dom. Dom, what was your first class?
You bastard.
Hello, I'm Dom. My first class, I believe, was that 4th edition sorcerer that we played over at Tristan and Tuck's place.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I don't think that campaign didn't really last that long though. So like I think.
Yeah, you guys wiped at like level 5 or 6 or something like that. I want to say.
I think we played that campaign for like maybe 2 months.
Yeah.
And then I think my true like actual like foray into tabletop was Shadowrun. Because I remember after we got killed on that campaign, we went up to Memphis and was scouring like every
looking for the Shadowrun rule book
for the 5th edition Shadowrun rule book, and we're like found it at Barnes and Noble off Poplar.
That was Voth. That was the original Voth, I think. Yeah.
And then we created the Shadowrun characters. I was like, I'm not done with Voth yet. I want to keep going with this. And then we had that Shadowrun campaign for like I don't know, like a year or something like that. It was a good chunk of time.
Which, yeah, I mean, Shadowrun obviously doesn't have classes, but you were still basically playing a sorcerer,
right?
I was still, essentially.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, that's Dutch Force well. We messed up the rules.
Yeah.
What?
Sorry.
No.
Yeah.
Shocking.
So, Dom, of course, I know you still play sorcerers. I mean, how do you feel like that? Do you think that the sorcerer was just like the perfect pick for you, or?
Oh, I like to, whenever I play just role playing games or RPG video games, like I always like end up moving back and forth between playing like assassin type characters and like sorcerer or wizard casty people. Like I kind of go between the two, and like lately, at least for me, like I just really have enjoyed just trying to get into the thick of things. Like I like putting myself to like be in between the enemy and my party members to
get in the thick,
right, to keep them from harming my friends, and also slapping the bad boys around too, so but like sorcerer as a class, I think has always been a phenomenal place to start for most people. Like it's a much simpler look at casting while still being very powerful, and you feel that.
Right.
Yeah, when I played Zarut, I felt that was probably my favorite class in 5e.
We're getting to you, Tucker. Okay.
Sorry.
You might not have been here for the rules.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I'll reiterate them when we get around. Next up, we've got Chris. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us your class. Okay.
Here we go.
Get off my swamp, you kids!
Y'all youngins.
Oh wow.
I know
Yeah.
Gary Gygax.
At launch. Yeah.
Chris is the lich of the group.
You played elf. Was your class?
Okay. I didn't say you're elf.
Oh my goodness.
Mhm. 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 Oh, nice. Druid Brothers. Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Mm. 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 Cool. So a
Wow.
bard, but also fighter, rogue, and druid.
Never give up on your dreams. If you want to be a bard, you gotta stick with it.
Wow. Well, that was
Fighter plus rogue plus druid equals bard. Yeah.
that was more than I had
That's
bargained
the math
for.
I got.
D&D math, yeah.
Right.
Yep. B will take it away.
I'm B Will. Everybody calls me B Will. I don't know why people call me B Will, but I'm B Will.
I think that's your name in Discord.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what's my email?
Well, it was. Yeah.
That's why I
Share
like
that
you.
with the internet. Yeah.
That's right.
I don't work there anymore, so it's not my email anymore.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. Yeah. So my first experience with a tabletop was actually my sophomore year of high school. Um, there were too many students and not enough chem teachers. So me and about 15 other people got moved off of our classroom into another classroom where we were supposed to watch a recorded lesson from a science teacher earlier in the day.
Oh,
So
but
we
that
started.
worked.
Yeah, it worked so well that we did not start playing D&D, and it wasn't even D&D. It was like Palladium books.
Palladium. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my first experience, but because we couldn't actually roll dice, I wouldn't say. I don't remember much about it. I think I was playing a werewolf. I don't really remember exactly. But so my first true experience playing was D&D 3.5, and I played a ranger.
Mm.
And I did not like the 3.5 ranger. I wound up killing that character off and moving over to play a champion in that campaign. Champion, whatever it was. Yeah, in 3.5. Yeah.
Paladin.
Paladin.
Paladin, yeah.
Hello.
Oh no, it was the expanded rule books. It was I thought there was one that was a champion.
That could be. They had 3.5 had so many like the complete this, the complete that. I don't remember what all
I
was there.
found my 3.5 books last week. Actually, I've still been unpacking stuff, and I have a stack of 3.5 books like this tall.
Wow.
Just core rule book done this. Yeah.
I used to have quite a few of them, but I don't know where they are. I don't know what happened to them.
I blame Tobias.
I do too.
But that was that was my first experience. Did not like playing the Ranger.
Didn't like the Ranger. Never played Ranger since?
I haven't not played Ranger since.
I think it's probably better in PF2E, but
there's so many better classes to play. Well, to me, there's so many better classes to play.
Yeah.
So
your Ranger is my monk.
There you go. Everybody's got a monk,
Everybody's got a monk they don't like.
Yep.
Well, let's circle around to the bottom of the stack, but not the least. Tucker, tell us about the first class you played. That was the original question: is what was the first class you played, and did you like it? Did you dislike? Did it cause you to go completely on the opposite end of the spectrum, like it did for B-Will? Go.
Yeah. What TTRPG did you even play?
So I started on 4E with.
He was in the same game as. No, it was 4.
It was 4.
There was no 4.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was 4E. I think y'all had started playing with Tristan in another campaign or something, and then I wanted in, so I started playing, and I played a Minotaur barbarian named Minron.
Minron. And the first thing you did, everybody's running out of town because you're being chased by the town guard, and everybody's climbing over this fence, and you're like, I'm gonna charge through it, and you knock down the section of fence they were climbing over and got them all like crushed underneath.
Oh wow!
Then proceeded to pick it up, and we all ran away.
Everybody got away, but that was that was a very memorable introduction.
It was a great first session. I loved it, and I loved Barbarian. It was very fun. But I generally just I like to try out the different classes kind of once, and then see how another one rolls, and then go back to it maybe way later. Well, I've only played Barbarian once, and it was Menron.
Just Menron, but you've played Menron many other times with different classes, and sometimes with different names.
Only once. It was the brawler.
Yeah.
List.
You're talking about the guy in the Descent into Avernus game?
Yeah, the wrestler guy. That was pretty fun.
I thought he was a Minotaur also.
He was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. He was related to Minron. He was Minron's son.
Our
lore.
Our most important guest has just arrived. Luke, have you been watching the stream before you got here, or do you need me to reframe the question for you?
Yeah, we go ahead and reframe the question because watching a stream while driving sounds like a terrible choice.
That's not what you should do. Yeah, So just a brief introduction of yourself, and the question is, what was the first class you played in a tabletop RPG, and did you like it, or did you hate it? Yada yada yada, all that stuff.
So I did a wizard back in 3rd edition, and I was really young. I was not prepared for planning everything out.
The wizard that's a hard one to start with.
It is, yeah.
So much responsibility.
It's like wizard. They're always OP. So I was like, yeah, we'll give it a shot. I absolutely have this power fantasy thing going on as a teenager. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope.
Didn't like it?
No, did not.
Have you played a wizard ever since?
I have not. No.
And I believe you've gone to the opposite end of the spectrum now.
I absolutely
you're
am.
playing a barbarian. So
Fun story barbarian.
There you go. Okay. Well, I guess I am Tevis. I am the game master for this campaign that we're doing. My first game was with Gribble. When he was playing the druid, I was playing a rogue. So yeah, I was one of the people who was perishing in the combat whilst he turned into a tree. And
Somebody had to
watched
live.
us. Someone has to tell the story of how you two died.
True.
To the other.
But
I'll tell
I
your
loved-
story to the other trees.
I'll omit the tree part, of course. I'll just say it was a great battle and I survived.
Oh man.
Bastard.
But yeah, I love playing Rogue, and I still do love it. You know, one of my favorite characters has been Leif in Chakris's campaign whenever that starts up again. And he's a rogue, and it's a lot of fun. So, and because we had some sound issues at the beginning, I should probably say that the campaign that we're playing is called Star-Crossed Horizons. This is a homebrew campaign set in the world of Galarian, and it is using the Pathfinder 2nd Edition rule set. But before we get going, I'm going to hand it over to Chakris to tell them what they've pun.
Nice.
Nice. Penchant. A penchant?
Oh, pinkies out, boys.
You're really making me pyrate right now.
Okay. Nice. Nice.
Conquer.
Well, that said, are we ready to kick this thing off?
Yes, I'm ready.
Sounds
I
good.
Oh yeah.
hope everybody got their sound settings set, because if you didn't, you're probably about to be
Oh yeah.
hurting. All right, so we're going to open with the sound of water, waves lapping against the side of a wooden boat. Each of you feels, did the mic pick that up? Each of you can feel the rough, coarse wood of an oar in your hands as you are rowing a small boat together, all of you in the same vessel. Ahead of you you can see a strip of land, sandy beach, and below you, crystal clear teal blue waters as you are rowing toward this beach. Toward the back of the boat, we have Wesley Steel Arrow. Wesley, can you describe yourself visually? Hmm. 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 Okay. as you're rowing, you kind of look back for a moment, and sitting behind you on this the same boat is Hollister Flatfoot is his name, right? Flatfoot. Hollister Flatfoot is behind you, and he kind of like leans forward, and he's like, I'm sorry you had to be on this this particular crew, but I'm glad you're here. Sitting to Wesley's side, we have Bromir Cornelius. Bromir, can you describe what Bromir looks like?
Dormir is he's a pretty tall fellow, very muscular. He's half orcish. He's he almost looks human, but he's got that facial feature that looks like it could be an orc. He has a left ear. He has a left ear that's been cut and clipped, and he's got brown eyes. He's bald, no hair, save for a handlebar mustache, thick, graceful, beautifully kept handlebar mustache. There was time put into that.
Yeah, he does spend his time on the stash.
Oh, yeah, you'll never see him with a shirt on, mostly because there's just no shirts that fit him with his structure and the muscles. You'll see him mostly in his dungarees or his pantaloons, usually white striped in some fashion. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, as you guys you're rowing toward this this sandy beach in these crystal clear waters, and you can see little like schools of fish kind of swimming around beneath you. Ahead of you, you're not the only boat out here. There are also two other small boats, and both of those are closer to the beach than you are. The nearest one is maybe 150 feet away from the beach at this point. They're all rowing toward it. You can hear grunting and groaning from the people on your boat and also them as you make your way in toward land. Sitting next to Bromir is Basco. Can you tell me what Basco looks like?
Basco, it's more kind of simian in overall features. He's a humanoid. Say a little shorter compared to others, but kind of still within that kind of medium height range. Has a bit of a shine to his skin. Gives off kind of like a coppery kind of tone to it. And is kind of what would hair around the top of his head kind of circles his face, so like platinum blonde, almost shining as if it was made of metal as well. He's wearing kind of simple linen clothes. He's got kind of this kind of padded looking kind of hodgepodge armor. It looks like it's made from leaves and just random things kind of shoved into it, over some really brightly printed pants. And yeah, he's got a nice tail kind of fluttering, just kind of swaying back and forth behind him at times when it seems like he's kind of struggling a little bit with or you'll see the tail kind of curl around to try and grab it too, and kind of gives him effort as well. And yeah, he has a nice kind of like, I always kind of have like a slight smirk like on one side of his face, and some like wonderfully deep brown eyes, but yeah, he's kind of light voice that's kind of joined in, and he's kind of kept an air about himself as like just kind of excited to be here, guys. Just a little bit almost cheery, the prospect of being with the crew.
Okay. Good. Let's go up ahead of you is sitting Svalder. Svalder, what do you look like?
Svalder is a half-elfin man. He's also quite tall, roughly 6 feet, but looks like he's just pure muscle from growing up in like the wildlands that is the land of the Lenorm Kings. He has a kind of auburn hair, just really long braided, has like, small little ornaments braided, not braided, but kind of in the braids, and sporting a luscious beard as well, also braided, sporting some sick ornamental stuff kind of placed into the beard as well. A combination of the two. Like there's
two big ones
like,
and multiple secondary braids.
Exactly.
That takes time.
Tertiary braids.
I can respect that time that you took in your hair.
He's wearing a armor that is completely made out of like earth and stone. It looks, at a quick glance, it looks quite jagged and stuff, but when you kind of actually kind of like squint your eyes or like take a good look on it, you can see the crest for the city of Halgrim from the land of Lenorm Kings. And while he's rowing, he has his trusty shield to his side that is sporting that same crest as well. Otherwise, he looks very, like, if you were to see him initially, you'd probably think just normal human, but he does have the pointed ears, and his skin definitely shows that he's from a place that is not kind, very cold, not like just they don't really have really great weather like Absalom or I can't think of any other place like Varizia
Other places.
or something. Other places. Varizia.
Cheliax.
Nex has to create their weather, but he's not necessarily pale, but he's definitely not like the Tannis person. He probably will.
A little on the fair side.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, especially for someone who spends all their day on a ship, most days. Okay, great. You, Svalder, you remember, kind of like you sort of, as you're rowing to this, what might be considered for you sort of an odious task. You remember the words of Trakelgar, the first mate on the ship. He's like, Trakelgar is just a not quite 5-foot goblin who's in charge of wrangling the whole crew of the Constellation. And when he sent you on this, he said, I'm sorry you pulled the short stick, Svalder, but you're gonna somebody's got to do it. You got the stick, so bye. And that's just Trakelgar.
It's understandable. He's good people,
Yeah. But you've been on the Constellation for a while, so as you look around the ship, like a lot of these faces are pretty new, and so you're I don't know how Svalder would think about them, whether he'd be sort of have a mentoring mindset, or if he's just kind of like, I got to deal with these people who don't know what the hell they're doing.
I think it would probably be closer to maybe not necessarily mentoring, but I think he would definitely be looking out for new people because he knows that he was in that same position at one point, and Svalder is very welcoming of new people. If people are like, have been around for several months and they're still not getting it, he might get a little testy, but like he won't ever like want to shout or look down upon someone, even if like they lack experience. He would rather kind of help them out at that point, but initially I don't think he would be much of a mentor.
Okay. So next to Svalder is rowing Hadron. Hadron, what do you look like? Or is it Hadron?
Is his last name Collider?
Yeah, his first name is Large. He goes by Hadron.
Large Hadron Collider. That makes way more sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tucker, are you with us?
I'm here.
We're gonna skip Tucker for now, and we're gonna go up to Movat. You are on the front of this little this little dinghy. What does Movat look like?
Movat is a cat folk. Is his brother there with him, or is his brother somewhere else?
No, his brother's back on the ship right now.
Okay. He's dressed in what would have been considered fairly nice clothes about 25, 30 years ago, but it's really well maintained. He has a rapier kind of sitting off to the side. Then he's got a strange whip kind of wrapped around his waist that looks like it has a couple daggers attached to it. It's not a common thing. He's short black hair, except he has a really thick black kind of mane.
It's a mullet.
Yeah, for catfolk, a mullet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yowlet.
I'm for it.
Yeah,
I'm yowling.
Big
Gotta start strong.
He has one green eye, one yellow eye, and he currently seems to be really enthusiastic, and it's kind of giving a light, as he's doing this work that everybody else kind of thinks is tedious. Rowing the boat, he seems a little overly excited.
The boat starts turning.
And oh no. Okay. Then also at the front of the ship we have He. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, that's close enough. It's more of just a heh.
Yeah. Okay. What does He look like?
Heh is a 6'9" tall orc.
Nice.
He's a little on the large. Close cropped hair, really nice, clean linens and leathers that he likes to wear. He's very studious about what gets on his body. Unlike most orcs, He has a very, very light bluish green skin, which stands out very noticeably. It was a lot lighter when he was younger, but he spends most of his time outside working on ships, so it's gotten quite a bit darker, but still very, very blonde compared to his kin.
Okay. The well-dressed orc. Okay. Tucker, have you found your way back yet? Looks like
I'm here.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, hey.
Tell us what large hadron, collider, large hadron. Anyways, what do you look like?
So sorry. So what the fuck is happening with my mic? Hold on.
Sorry. I'm not laughing at you.
I'm echoing in my own ear headphones. I don't.
Oh no.
It's called your conscience.
Okay. No. Maybe.
Sounds about right. It doesn't show you on, so.
I'm not.
Set boost levels to maximum.
Oh, he's longing for the boost.
The boost has begun. Technical difficulties.
Yeah, I'm just gonna deal with it. So I'm a grayish blue half orc. I do have a war mask on. I pretty much always wear that.
What does your war mask look like?
Ronald McDonald. Say Ronald.
It's got kind of runes on it, kind of to symbolize magical and some horns.
Gotcha.
Just wearing kind of shisty sailor robes, I guess.
Okay.
Well, that's about it. Under the mask, he's got no hair. I mean, he's got a buzz cut.
I gotcha. As you're rowing, did you have something else to add, Tuck?
I was just wanting clarification.
No, that was
His
all.
name being Hadron and not Large Hadron Collider.
Yeah,
that
is
what
it
we're going to
Hadron or
call him
Hadron?
colloquially?
I was pronouncing it Hadron.
Hadron. Okay.
Or like Hadron.
Okay.
Like, hey,
Kind of. Maybe I should have put like
Hadron.
an E. Like
Yeah,
Hadron.
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 Yeah.
Well,
Are you
no,
famous
I
for
wasn't-
having
yeah, I was
built
just
a
like
wall
Hadron.
across Britannia? Hadron's wall?
Hadrian's.
No? No? Okay.
No,
Hadron,
wow.
as you are rowing, you kind of like you glance backwards and you see the majestic profile of the constellation. It is a very large ship for being a pirate craft. Usually, pirates will operate much smaller ships than this. This is a heavy frigate. It's about 150 feet long. It has 28 guns. Massive, massive, powerful ship. On the side, you notice, of course, that there's a little spot, like kind of toward the bow on the port side. Sorry, on the starboard side. That's a little bit. It's been patched up recently. You can tell the wood looks different, and of course, you would know because you helped with the repairs. You with the master carpenter and the other carpenters on the ship. And that was basically a patch from a recent combat that the ship had with a merchant vessel, maybe about two months ago or so. And it looks good. You kind of like look back at it and you're like, yeah, it looks good. But you can still notice because you did it. At this point, you guys are getting much closer to shore. I did that. Much closer to shore. And the boat in the lead, you're kind of like sort of one of the boats is out in the front and one of them's kind of lagging behind. And then you guys are super slow, mostly because of Movat kind of like turning to the left periodically from oversteering. And he is, yes. Maybe he's just making up for you. I gotcha. Okay. As you guys notice, everybody give me a perception check. Let's do a check.
Nothing gets past these half-elven eyes.
That's right.
Is perception still in a weird spot? It's in attributes.
Whoa. Some good rolls out here.
Can my familiar roll a perception?
It wouldn't be able to reveal anything super helpful to you, even if it rolled quite well. But if you want to roll for it, you may, and I will internally.
Yeah, 'cause it's just flying. It's a eagle, it chills in the like crow's nest probably when we're chilling.
So we got a monkey,
maybe.
a
I don't
bird,
know.
and a cat on this boat.
Luke, on your character sheet. Well, you can do it on the character sheet or from the utility bar thing. On the character sheet, it's on the far left-hand side, about midway down under the section called Perception. You see that?
I see perception. There you go.
Just under your AC
Oh, I
as
see.
well.
Okay. Yep.
So click the little D20 there, and
Well,
good. Oh wow, you crushed it! You crushed it.
Ooh. I rolled performance.
Surely we've all rolled our perceptions now. Holy crap! There's so many people playing this.
There are 8.
Okay, so Svalder with a 21, Hadron 23, Bromir with a 20, all very nice rolls. The three of you notice very keenly, because you're still pretty far away from shore. It's on the shore, on the beach. There's like these weird formations of bones as you're approaching, and you're still kind of rowing in. You can see that first boat is now maybe about 20 or 30 feet away from the shore.
You say bones?
Are they like aligned
Bones.
in some way, like SOS on the shoreline?
No, it looks like they looks like maybe about 4 different piles, just like a pile of bones, essentially. But they're not like scattered. It's like a weird pile, you know.
Bleached. Have been there for a while.
I'd say right now you're too far out to really get that kind of detail. You just know bones.
Could I make?
Yeah. Oh, that's a great point. I mean, you guys would be able to see like this is a very small island. You can see the edges of it right here. In the center of the island rises up a rocky formation, so you can't really see like the other side of the island. You're aware that this is a very small island all the way around. It's like just a tiny little, just a few acres of land. Yeah, you're in the inner sea, west. You're almost to that strait. I forget what it's called, but it's effectively the Straits of Gibraltar in Galarian land. You're almost to that, heading westward, and you are aware that your job here, what you've been tasked with doing, is that. And those of you who joined on it at Absalom wouldn't necessarily know this very well, but like Svalder and anybody who's been on the ship for longer would remember that when you went to Absalom beforehand, you dropped off a large amount of cargo that you buried on this island to be picked up later, and you did that so that you could raid as you went into Absalom and have space for cargo and then sell. And then as you left Absalom, you're not really sure exactly why you guys attack the ships that you do. You mostly just follow orders. Captain Frozen Hand is in charge of making all the decisions. But after leaving Absalom, you attacked a merchant vessel, which you plundered and filled up on. And now you're making your way to resupply and then go find some place to fence these goods. So the purpose that you have here is to go dig up the supplies that were left here and bring them back to the ship. And that's why Hollister is here to oversee the operation. Oh no, yeah. I mean, this island is like that. Well, let me just confirm. Wesley joined up at Absalom, right? Just recently. Okay. So you may not necessarily know super clear, but someone in the crew would know that this is a place that Captain Frozenhand uses a lot as a place to do this. And there are tons of these tiny little islands that are barely even mapped out. Like very few people know about them or go to them because there's basically nothing here. So yeah, it's just every pirate kind of has their little hidey holes, and this is one of Frozenhand's.
Could I do a recall knowledge to maybe think of like something that would just throw a bunch of pile of bones as like maybe they just threw all the like a thing that they just like to group the bones after a meal, or like if it's some like weird ritual kind of thing or
warning
something.
sign to other predators.
It's
Yeah.
not like shaping a word of it or anything like that.
Marking territory.
Yes, Valder, give me a religion check. I'm gonna say take a -2 circumstance penalty just from your distance because you can't really get a very clear view of them.
And did you have Wesley and I towards the front of the ship, the boat?
I have you guys toward the rear.
Towards the rear, so you went from back to front.
Yeah.
Okay.
A 1. You're pretty sure that these are Tengu bones.
These are giant Tengu bones, from what I can see. Just be wary, everyone.
As you
Tengus
guys
are known to be quite hostile.
As you guys are rowing in, and the first boat is now just about 10 feet away. Suddenly, the bones start to rise up, and they form into humanoid shapes of skeletons. And as they do so, they pull up, like as they're rising up, they pull up with them short bows and they start firing arrows into that first ship. And Svalder especially, that pretty much everybody on this expedition, most of the people are newbies. That's why they're on this job. And so they're not really prepared for this kind of stuff. They're not skilled combatants. And you see the first few people in that first ship just go down. Like they're just getting peppered with arrows super fast. What do you guys
How many are there?
do? You see 4.
Svalder is gonna like grab his shield and then like be like just yell out like "Row fast!"
Evasive maneuvers.
How close? How much further are we from? Like you said, there's the first boat, and then there's the shoreline. So how close are we to the boat and to the shoreline? Like,
so you're about 100 feet back from them.
Okay.
And then the second boat is in between the two. So they're about 50 feet back from the first one.
How wide are our ships, our boats?
Well, on the map, they're 10 feet wide. I don't think they're realistically.
So like if I'm more looking like if Svalder were to like raise his shield and like move to the front of the ship, would he give everyone behind him cover? Is what I'm looking for.
Maybe. Yeah, you could try that if you want to.
You said his name was Hollister?
Hollister, yeah.
Is he rowing?
He's not. No, he's just sitting in the back. Hollister
gets up and yells at Hollister and says, "Row! No!" And Svalder gets up, raises his shield, and like tries to get in the way of like any arrows coming towards us.
So you jump up to the front. Hollister, for his part, he kind of like Hollister is a halfling, a very small and not very big halfling, and he kind of is like confused for a second. But he's an older individual, and he's been on the ship for a long time. So he's like, he jumps up and grabs the oar and does what he can, which is definitely a lot less than what Svalder was doing, but he does his best. Anybody else doing anything specific other than just rowing into shore?
So he's standing in front of myself and I haven't learned everybody's character's name. Chris right now.
No, he's standing in front of you and
me and
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and pull us. Well, let's see. Let's do this first. Yeah, go ahead and say what you're gonna say, B. Will.
If he's standing there holding the shield in front of me, I'll just keep rowing.
Keep going. Okay. Yeah. Anybody else do anything specific?
So I'm assuming he'd be above and I'd be.
Can I cast shield?
Sure. Yeah. You kind of like do some somatic movements and a little
because I have 3 actions, right? So I use 2 actions to row.
I'm gonna move my body just a little bit behind Dom,
like kind of tuck in. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I guess row harder.
Row harder.
Best is gonna load his gun and then kind of lay it across his lap and then just go back to like grabbing the oars and just like rowing.
Okay. Everybody who
louder.
This is a rowboat, not a motorboat.
What's a motorboat?
Tucker, were you saying something else?
Because like we saw the. Never mind. I'll wait.
Okay. All right. Everybody who is rowing, which I think is everybody except for Svalder, I want you to give me an athletics check. See whether or not you can beat the average speed here.
Oh
nice. Wow.
Come on.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Did it not roll?
I
don't feel bad anymore. Am I familiar, bro?
Okay.
You just said it was flying.
Yeah. Okay. Is that everybody? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I think that's everybody. So you guys start making really good time. The people in the first boat, by the time you even like get a few seconds of rowing into this, they're all down. You're not sure what state they're in. They may not be dead. Like maybe some of them are taking cover under others, but you see like nobody's sitting up in that boat anymore as it like slowly just kind of drifts into the beach and like slides up onto the sand a little ways. As soon as it does that, you see the second boat is now kind of like it looks like it was indecisive for a moment. Like it almost kind of started to turn a little bit, and then they like got corrected, and now they're heading toward the beach again. They're not moving as quickly as you are, so you're kind of gaining on them, but they are getting close to the beach, and the skeletons begin turning their fire onto the second boat. Everybody give me another athletics check for this next round of rowing. And does anybody want to do anything else special during this?
I want to ready.
Oh, go ahead, B-Will.
I want to ready an action so that when we're close enough to the shore, I'm not going to ask permission. I'm just going to straight up use. I got to remember character names.
They're at the
I'm straight
bottom
up.
if you look.
Yeah, at the bottom left of Foundry.
Oh, yep. Sorry. I'm straight up going to use Salvador as a springboard, and I'm just going to Salvador.
We've got Dolly on the team.
That is fun. Yeah, it's a Spanish conquistador.
Falder. I could, when you just glance at it, I could see
Spanish
that.
Inquisition.
Hold still, Salvador.
Yes, I'm going to do some bludgeoning damage. No.
So I'm sorry. What are you going to try and do with Salvador?
I'm going to use him as a springboard, and I'm just going to try to run up his back and push off his shoulder and leap out towards the shore, pulling out my sword.
All right. What you're going to try and do that like as you get in close to the beach?
Yeah, as we're getting close to the beach.
All right. Have we started rolling checks yet or no?
Oh.
Okay. Let's go ahead and do those athletics checks.
How far away are we from?
I just wanted to.
You're about
shield
50
the
feet
gun.
from shore now.
Can I, while we're getting close to shore, can I throw out an elemental blast?
Sure. What's your range on that?
Fire is 60 feet.
Okay, so you're not quite in range because they're not right on the shore. They're kind of like they're back a few feet. But you will get in range like within this round, assuming you don't like botch the crap out of this row.
And how many?
So you could potentially. There are 4 skeletons.
This row.
I would like to also prep an action along with Movat.
Same. I also want to blast phase when we get in range.
Okay, let's do Gribble first. What do you want to do?
So kind of like a tandem assault with Movat when he goes to leap out. I would also like to do the same. Like a tandem takedown type thing.
Okay. Sure.
I'm your ally. Why are you taking me down?
Yes, exactly. You obviously
You didn't know you were the gangway.
If you're in the way of a rock.
He just has this action figure action. He's like, just whatever's in front of me. I
can't stop.
Spalder has an arrow on his back.
Walk the plank.
This
We
way
walk
to
the
combat.
Spalder.
Walk this way. I'm walking
Actually,
the
I leap
Salvador.
off the other side into the ocean and swim away. This one.
Okay, Tuck, what were you wanting to do when you get in range? You did? Oh.
I think I'm a prep.
Get a meal prep?
How bunched up are they? Are they pretty bunched?
They're not all that bunched. I'll be giving you a look at their position here pretty soon once we get to this next phase. I guess let's do that now. They fire on the second ship, and you see a few people take hits. Not everybody is down. What'd you say, Tuck? Oh, I thought Tucker was saying something.
I didn't.
Oh, okay, my bad.
I didn't.
Not everybody's down on the second ship, but they are taking hits, and you can tell there's just chaos. They're all panicking. You can hear screams and shouts and blood curdling nonsense, and it's just all very bad. Let's go ahead and just take you to the map. Can everybody see?
Yeah.
Fucking Basco's
Yeah.
out.
I'm on the wrong end
he's
of the
kicking.
oar, just like
Yeah, Basco's in the water kicking. Just-
yeah. Just like I don't think this is working, guys. My legs are just behind me. Like, how is-
I'm gonna try and move this thing as one. Let's see if it worked. It worked.
yeah.
Actually, Basco should be here. There.
There we go. Okay, cool.
Okay, so you guys are rowing in, and I'm gonna say as you come in, this boat right here on the left, and the people aren't pictured here, but they're like slumped over bodies. You don't know, like probably some of them are not dead. Like you don't necessarily die immediately from just taking an arrow wound. But nobody's sitting up in this one.
if it hit your knee.
That's true. Well, you have to retire at least.
Yeah, you're out of commission.
And the second boat is over here. There are a few people like still up, and like some of them are kind of crawling over the side and trying to like use the side of the boat as a sort of a protective barrier against the arrows. And you guys are coming in, and you're positioned here. Let's go ahead and roll for initiative right now. I am creating an encounter. There is an encounter now.
Make sure you select your token.
Yeah, go ahead and add your token to the encounter and then roll
Some people
initiative.
use athletics for initiative.
If you'd like to use like the athletics, you
I
may.
don't want to, but yeah,
Oh, I
I
didn't
want
know we
to,
could
but I
do that,
figured
yeah. Okay.
some.
Generally, you can use other skills for initiative if you were actively using them before the combat started.
Oh, did I click somebody else's initiative?
Jim, do we have permission to redact the initiative roll?
Negative.
I'm just
You
gonna
won't let
send
me roll, so somebody must have rolled for me.
I think I did it.
Monty
I
on
was-
the boat.
Well,
You
if it was a 20, I'll take it. Otherwise, I'd like to roll again.
You may roll again if you want to. I think somebody popped in right as I was clicking the button. Well, you got a 22, bro. You're going,
Oh, I'll
first or
take it.
second or third.
I'll take that.
Doing
Got a
great.
three-way tie for first here. Do enemies go first? Who wins a tie?
Yeah.
Do we remember?
Enemies win ties unless you have a skill feat or just a ability that allows you to go first.
Yeah, there's a few of them,
I'll take my 24.
Yeah.
like the Pathfinder one.
Pilgrim's token.
Be well, you're fired.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
How do I can't make you like first. That's weird.
You just can't click and drag
Oh,
up the list.
Because it's
on
still
the
showing
card.
that 22 on it.
Yeah, I got you updated.
Can I?
Do you rolled
Oh, wait,
just a
wait.
normal perception check, Be well? It would say initiative : perception, like
Oh.
how
That's
Basco
what I
says
wrote.
it.
You're fired.
I'm fired again. No, I rolled the little initiative button because it's grayed out again. Oh, well, whatever.
Yeah, that's all right. Movat, you're up first. Now, of course, this is kind of a tricky situation, right? Because you're going to go first, but you're still on this boat. So if you want to, do your little thing where you run off his back, you may want to wait until the boat gets closer. Right now, the water is at this depth, you could walk in it. You wouldn't necessarily have to swim, but you would be up to like an average human would be up to about their shoulders.
I will continue to row.
Okay. I would say anybody, like if you want to, you'll need to use your action to row if you want to keep moving the boat forward. I would say it would affect your speed. I'd say if you do 2 actions to row, then you go full speed.
I'll use 3 actions to row.
Okay, all 3 actions to row. And I think you guys could make it. Give me an athletics check, Be well. Theoretically, you guys could actually make it to shore in 1 turn.
In one person's turn or one round?
1 round.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It would need to be multiple people rowing. Okay, so that's
Good.
not great. But you're okay. You're helping out. Okay, so that is Movat. Skeleton Guard. Here. 65 feet is what we're looking at here.
I'm still on the front, right?
Yeah, let me reposition you here.
I would still have shield right from my last Would I?
Svalder's going to be in the water. Yeah, your shield. Anybody who cast shield last time, it would still be up right now. So yeah, I guess he would shoot like towards Svalder. I'm not going to give him the 60 there because you're on the boat. And his range is 60, so he's going to shoot at you, but he's going to take one range increment here. Let's see. Let me get you targeted and strike. And I'm not getting automatic range, so I'm going to add a -2 circumstance here. Come at you. Oh, didn't mean to be all private and stuff. Miss. Second action, gonna do the same thing with the map. These don't seem like very smart skeletons, so they're just standing there, taking shots. Really don't like having to add -2 every time. Oh wow! So like you see next to the ship, like 3 arrows go thunk, thunk, thunk into the water next to the ship. Huge misses. And then, hey, you're up. Are you rowing?
I am rowing.
Give me that athletics check. Okay. All right,
Okay.
good.
Okay.
That's going to be 2 successes there. You're using all 3 for athletics or just 2?
I am using all 3.
Okay, all 3.
Not gonna
Second
waste that
skeleton
on
guard.
not damage roll though.
Right? He's going to do the same thing. He's just going to shoot right where he's standing.
Would the boat have moved at all by now?
No, we're going to move the boat at the end of the round. Because you guys have to like do it all together.
We're not gonna run over Svalder, are we?
I think he probably will, and I honestly don't think he's going to make it. You know.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
now
is a
it's
shield raise though.
You ever get
Now it
bored
gave me the
with
range
keel
penalty.
hauling, and you'll understand why he won't make it.
Just seeing if we can catch a 20 here. That's all. Okay, no 20s. Second skeleton guard. Thunk, thunk, thunk. Arrows in the water. Hadron, you're up. Are you rowing or blasting?
I'm gonna shield and row. You said I
Okay.
need to use 2 actions to row?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll row.
Not great. Okay. Our third skeleton guard. I think this guy's actually in range. He is.
Oh, I didn't get my turn, by the way.
Wait, how did we miss you?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, take your turn now, Dom. My bad. I didn't even.
Oh, you're good. I'm just going to keep my shield. I'm gonna use an action to raise my shield. And we'll just do a little 2-action fire elemental blast on this guy.
Give him that blast, bro.
2 actions. Oh.
Oh. 0 point?
Might as well, you know. I've got 2. I've got 2. I got him marked down.
There you go. Yeah, that's right. Oh.
Well, you know, it's
I tucked
pulled
it
the right way.
behind him.
Tucker. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but you raised your shield again. Blast. So that's your turn. So this guy is going to return fire then. And he's in range. I sense critical hits in my future. You know, I think this is going to be.
Yes, in your future.
Oh, miss by 1. Is that because of your shield?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
All right, second attack with some map. Just can't quite get there. Third attack, even more map. Even more can't get there. Wesley Steel Arrow, you're up. One action rowing? Okay. Give me an athletics check for that. Well, you spent one action and you failed to row. Oh, okay, cool. You cast that hot bless. I don't know if we have the macro for that. We'll have to check. Okay, is that your turn? Okay, Bosco.
Okay. We are still woefully out of range. He's regretting not bringing Monty with him and leaving him on the boat. So he's just gonna leave his gun on his lap and row for 3 actions. Gonna get us to the shore as quick as possible.
Give me that athletics check. We need a couple more successes here to make it all the way to the shore.
Sure. So
We got Luke's too.
For the 3 actions, just 2 athletics checks or
just one athletics check?
One extra.
But,
okay.
But the DC is lower for 3 actions.
Gotcha.
Nice. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is a success, and you are making progress. Bromir's going to be next.
You know I'm going to row.
Go ahead.
Row my boat.
Go ahead and row that boat.
3
Gently
action.
Down the stream.
It's going to get rough. I'm going to do a rough row.
Nice, dude.
Very nice. Okay, that is going to be enough.
And
So that's the end of the round, and the ship, let's see, we're going to go...
Careens forward.
Man, I'm trying to like move lots of stuff. I'm going to say we're going to get right up to here, like just not quite beached, but definitely in very shallow water at that point.
beach.
So, you know, with a leap, probably anybody could make the jump from the bow of the ship to land if you wanted to. At the start of the next turn, you hear a voice. Wait, oh, okay, all right. You hear a voice cry out from behind these rocky outcroppings on the beach. No, don't destroy my creations! I'm Veed the Inimitable! You cannot destroy me! You don't see anybody right away, but the sound seems to be coming from this one.
On that one. All right.
And these are tall, like these are like 10-foot tall, like rocky protrusions out of the sand.
Okay.
Movat, go ahead and go.
All right. So, can I tumble through since I'm going to climb over?
I mean, if you wanted to just leap, I would say for doing it so stylishly, if you succeed on your leap, I'll give you pistachio.
All right.
Panache.
Translator's note: pistachio is his panache.
It's panache, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Right.
Do we have a macro for that, or is that just going to be an acrobatics check?
Well, leap is an athletics check normally. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Are you good at athletics?
I mean, not as good as I am at acrobatics.
Okay. I mean, this would be a low DC. I think,
We'll see.
yeah. If it weren't for like the shaking boat, I'd say you could just automatically make it because the distance is not very much. Okay, yeah, I'd say that's enough to get over there. So you go ahead and describe how you're doing it.
So I plan to kind of run up his back and kind of leap and kind of land on all fours and pop up and take off running towards got stuff in the way, kind of towards that voice. So probably hit there and and then kind of start going this way.
Okay.
Uh,
Svalder, do you go ahead?
No, I just wanted to say, Will, you rolled initiative for your athletics, so it shifted you in the turn. So,
Oh,
Classic.
Just wanted to point that out.
hi.
Classic.
So I was like,
Here.
man, the initiative really changed up. What happened?
It just got weird. Here, I'll fix it.
Oh no.
Okay,
You hate
cool.
to see it.
You hate to see it. So yeah, you do jump over. It's going to be one action to jump over, and then the other action would be to move there. So I think it will take you 2 actions to get where you're at right now.
All right, and I do have some panachios.
Yeah,
so
you've got panache, aka pistachio.
Pistachios, the great, wonderful early breakfast food everyone loves.
Panachios are pistachios with like extra
Panache.
With I don't know what that is.
Ratios.
and I'm not even going to worry about these small fries.
Oh, you're just
I'm
gonna go
going-
deep.
I'm going deep.
Okay.
Oh, you betcha.
Are you?
I'm having technical.
You seem to be having a little boost
I'm-
there.
There it goes. There it
You
goes.
go.
There you go.
Okay.
We did it.
Give me a perception check, B. Will.
As soon I hit escape, and that was the wrong thing to do. Everything minimized. So
You
give me a
hit
second.
C, it'll open up your character sheet.
There we go. Perception.
Okay.
I don't see nothing.
Yeah, you don't see him. But you know he's got to be just like right around that corner or something. Okay, that is all 3 of your actions. So skeleton guard. Like I said, these things are not very smart. He is going to drop his bow, draw his scimitar. They also have a scimitar, so that's going to be 1 action to draw the scimitar. And then for his 3rd action, he's going to chunk, 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 chunk through the sand and then try to hit you with his scimitar. Let's see what we got. I just can't roll dice in this campaign, guys. This is terrible. That is the end of his turn. Heh, you're up. Are you disembarking the vessel in a fancy way?
Is it beautiful lederhosen?
Oh, you're muted there, Luke.
If I'm able to get out of the boat, am I able to like stand and move?
Yeah, I'd say you could like, I let B. Will kind of just jump off of the boat for 1 action. So if you wanted to, do something like that, like either get up and jump out of the boat or, whatever you want to do there would be about an action.
Well, I was gonna rage, then sudden charge this guy right here.
I would say you wouldn't be able to sudden charge here just because of the
The water.
complicated nature of getting out of the boat.
Okay.
But yeah, if you wanted to, if you wanted to use an action to get out of the boat and then sudden charge, I'd be okay with that. But then you wouldn't have any actions for rage. So
Gotcha.
it's up to you.
Gotcha. Well then, yeah, I think I will get out of the boat. Yeah, get out of the boat and walk up to this first skeleton.
Okay.
I think you could still like get out and rage. Well, no, never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, I think I'll. Yeah.
Raw. Okay. So are you getting out and charging?
Yeah, I'll get out and charge him.
Okay. You can go ahead and move that 3rd token.
Well, if I knew how. That's
You-
target. There we go. So what? Get out for 5 feet?
Yeah.
Alright, I have no idea how to do this.
Once you
It's-
draw a line, you can use the space bar to like move your character. Once you like draw on the line,
Yeah.
it'll shift you over.
Got to hold it down.
Yeah, that technical difficulty I was having.
It's the struggle.
Understood. Okay. So out of the boat, then sudden charge.
Sure, yeah.
All right.
So you're going to go right up next to him
Right up next to him.
and give him that good old-fashioned beatdown?
Straight punch to the face.
Go for it.
This would be what? First map? Or is this...
Yeah, first map.
All right.
You've got the same luck I do.
Oof. I wasted the good 20.
You wasted the good 20.
Should have been no map, right? Or
Yeah, no. Oh, yeah, there's no map on that. It would still be a miss. My bad. It should have been no map. Okay, so that's going to be Skeleton Guard. He's going to come
Would
up
I
to...
still have another turn? A sudden charge. If I get
action.
at the person within the charge, I get a free action there.
that's
Yeah,
that was the strike.
That's the strike, yeah.
Yeah. So I still get one more.
Well, it was one action to get out of the boat. So you had one
If
action to
sudden
get out of
charge
the
is
boat,
the action, the bonus was the strike.
and then 2
Sudden-
actions to sudden charge.
Yeah.
Oh, it does take 2 actions. You're correct.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So this guy he's going to get in on this Bovat action. Does the same thing, drops the bow, draws a scimitar, moves up, and is going to attempt 1 strike on Movat. I'm killing this cat. I mean, oh my God.
Wow.
Meow, baby, meow.
You've heard that there's
Oh my God.
more than one way to skin a cat.
That's not one.
Apparently we haven't found him yet. Svalder,
Just want
you're
to say,
up.
be well. That was perfect.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay. All right.
It's your turn, Dom.
Okay. I didn't know if I was
Nice
gonna
lead in.
just magically become like stun 3 or something.
Silence.
You're dazed.
1 action, we're gonna jump out of the butt.
Okay.
And then second action, we're gonna stride. We're gonna streed. Mirror. And then we're gonna do just a little. I need to actually just put it on my bar so I can. So I plan on using this all the time. We're gonna do a little weapon infusion, and then we'll be applying the reach trait to my blast.
Oh.
And then we're gonna hit them with a little earth weapon infused blast.
Thought you were gonna say a little earth, wind, and fire.
I don't plan on taking air until like level 15 or 16. or
Earth
something.
weapon and fire.
But you're getting there. Okay.
Yeah, assuming I live.
Sure.
Oh my God!
Okay.
We got a hit.
You got a hit. Oh,
Wonderful hit.
nice.
Nice.
And the skeleton crumples to the ground in a clatter of bones. And blood. Yeah. A lot of marrow.
Yeah. Bloody marrow everywhere.
That's
I
definitely
love a bloody marrow.
It's on a Sunday morning. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Wow. So the skeleton guard gonna hit this cat for sure. Same deal. Drops the bow, draws the scimitar, moves up, and attacks the cat.
Meow. Come on, meow.
I hit the cat.
Oh,
Meow.
Gonna do a little-
Chinese tonight, boys.
7 damage. Uh-oh.
It's funny though that the cat just stands there like meow. What you gonna do? And then off on the boat you hear. "Ow."
You hear screaming in the far
It
distance.
sounds like a cat's dying outside or something.
Yeah, what was that? I don't know.
I bet these skeletons really like nicely cooked purloin steak.
Oh, okay.
No, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Hadron, you're up.
Alrighty.
Tucker, are you with us? Oh, there you go.
So, you said we can kind of, well, I can just move. I think that'll give me enough range. Hold on.
Yeah, I mean, you could.
I'll just
I'd
move
say.
to like the tip of the boat.
Oh yeah, that'd be fine. If you want to stay in the
Oh
boat,
shit.
that's fine.
Oh, I'm. Oh god.
You can stand
Oh
there.
god.
Oh no. Oh no.
He's
Oh,
fireball
no.
at the boat. Bye,
I
guys.
tried to hit the ruler.
Not
I
the
got
boat.
you, bro.
We're sinking like the Titanic now.
Where did my ruler is gone?
Oh no.
Oh.
No one's in charge of this land
Okay,
anymore.
I
No,
fixed it.
the ruler is on the character, like the token controls. The
Yeah, I
human
found it.
one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
you're
I was
jumping
on a
out of the
different
boat?
tab. Yeah, it's
Your
just like
boost
an
level
action,
goes
right?
up.
Yeah, an action to jump out. I'd say you can get there with your jump out action.
Oh, cool. Perfect. We're gonna do a slash and gust.
Okay. If you have two hands
The-
free, you can make
The guy
two.
closest to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this guy and this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
oh.
I thought I was gonna
Okay.
miss that.
He was ahead.
Oh.
Damage. That's on the one on the right. Or I guess I can just hit the damage button here and it'll just do it, right?
Yes.
Targeting him. Correct.
No damage.
Oh. First little skeletons.
Oh, slasher
No
name.
damage. That's rough.
Well, I guess I'm gonna throw out that other attack anyway, because I mean,
Might as well.
why not?
Maybe this time, you know.
Yep. Nope.
Skeleton.
Oh.
More like skeleton.
Yeah.
Oh,
The slash has no
Oh.
effect, Hadron. And you notice, I mean, you definitely can tell, like, it basically just bounces off of the bones. Dead skeleton guard, Wesley Steel Arrow, you're up. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm worried that this may be the end of Movat's tale.
Oh, okay.
All
Oh,
right. I got in there with a good one. Okay. Just do your turn, Chris.
Save the puns for other people, Chris. Save some for everyone.
Waiting to
enough.
unleash it.
I'd say just for simplicity, we'll just say one action gets you off the boat for anybody. Yeah, that'd be fine. You don't need to do an athletics check. I had B-Will do one because he was trying to get pistachio from it. Okay. Okay.
I got that bless on my hotbar now.
Nice. That's good. It's good thinking.
You just took your bless off.
It's good thinking.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, did you expand your bless? I missed what you said, Chris. Okay, so that's your turn. When you said you had a good one, I thought you meant you had a good turn, not a good pun. Okay.
God.
Hey, expanding your bless is the best turn that could,
Yeah.
ever happen.
Can be really good.
Basco, you're up.
All right. Seeing everybody jump off the boat, he's gonna take and kind of like seeing how people affected those skeletons and some that didn't quite seem as effective. Just kind of thinks in his head and goes, "All right," and he drops the oar, picks up his gun, and kind of alters kind of shakes the underslung kind of handle and kind of shakes it a little bit, kind of spins it and kind of slides it back on itself a little bit to take an action to change the modular head on my blunderbuss from piercing to bludgeoning
Oh, very cool.
damage. That was
Okay.
my weapon innovation, and so that's one action to change that. Second action, I'm gonna stride. Actually, from the way back of the boat.
Yeah, you can just do the same, like use one action just to get off the boat, basically, and then put you like next to where Hadron is. Hadron.
Okay.
You said
So I
you're
can get up
using a
here or just,
blunderbuss
right over here?
for swing. Sorry.
Sorry, what?
You said you're using a blunderbuss.
Yes.
You do. The blunderbuss does have the concussive trait on it, which will use the better of piercing or bludgeoning.
Okay. I didn't. It's not listed on. It says strike damage critical.
Yes, when
There it
determining
is.
a creature.
The concussive trait, yeah.
Yeah.
Use the weaker of the target's resistance or immunity to piercing or to bludgeoning. Okay.
All right.
So, yeah,
Right.
that may be something we can look at after the session if
Yeah.
you want to swap that around.
Right. Appreciate that. I mean, I still like the modular head on it, but I'll read into that. Thank you.
It allows you to get slashing on it too.
True.
Yeah.
True. So, first action was that. Second action, you said jumping out will put me close to.
Yeah, you can be right next to Hadron, either below him or wait,
So that's 20.
Hadron. Yeah, like either here or right here. That'd be fine.
Okay, I'll be right behind him. So second action, I'm gonna jump out there, and then taking a quick, so a little bit out of range. So I'm reaching across the party here. Gonna stride as my third action. 25 feet. Kind of circle up here. Yeah, let's do that. Is that actually 25? Yeah. I'm not going diagonal a second time.
Okay.
Get in that hot blitz.
Oh.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
You did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. And that's my 3 actions. So
Okay.
good to go.
Cool beans. Bromir Cornelius, you're under the dinghy and you drowned, unfortunately.
You turn into a tree.
Hey, let me just try and get this sorted out. This is. There we go. Rocket science. All right, we got
boat
there.
time. All right.
It's a boat time. Nice.
Nice. That was
So
good.
am I good to go?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So I'm gonna hop off the boat.
One act.
Then I'm going to kind of do like a roar type maneuver with my fists. I'm going to do like an action with my fists, and I'm going to go into a stance. That one, not that one. Is right here. Oh, there it is. I'll be the tiger stance from the second action.
LT Gray.
LT Gray. And then for my third action, I'm going to move up to right there.
Moving on up. Okay. I dig it.
And that's it.
At the end of the round, Hollister Flatfoot, he's going to jump off of the boat here. And he's like, I'm going to check on these others. And he runs over to the people that are kind of taking cover behind this ship. And looks like he's trying to help them. Additionally, at the end of the round, a new combatant enters the field of combat. Feed the inimitable. I'm going to just roll his thing, but I'm just going to put him at the end regardless. Because he's going to go.
Wasting that roll.
Yeah. This is my only good roll. He's just going to go at the end of this round, basically. And he just kind of like, he's been kind of leaning against the side of this rocky cropping, and as he pulls back, you guys are able to see him, and he shouts out, "I am Veed the Inimitable. Do not attempt to intimidate me." And he says, "Renacentus." And you see, you see 3 beads of force blast out toward Movat unerringly as he casts Magic Missile.
Oh shit!
Your brother's about to feel some pain, dude.
You are so rude. I don't know if it's going to offer me multiple. You see, this is going to be 3 darts. Will it do it right? No. Okay. There's 1.
Oh damn!
Oh, you don't want that to happen. Here's 2. Oh, that's really bad. Here comes number 3.
Oh,
It's a trifecta.
How bad is it?
I just see an explosion of cat fur ripping.
Oh, you went down to 0? So you see the 3 beads, like, you see Movat's furry body, like, sort of ragdoll as they blast into him, and he falls unconscious at the feet of these skeleton guards.
And thinking in the background, where was my brother at when this happened?
Yeah, and that's a good call out, because I'm assuming Tovum will basically just fall out wherever he is, right?
Pretty much.
Okay. Yeah, we'll come back to that. And then that's going to be his whole turn. That's a 3-action magic missile. Movat, you will move in the initiative to right in front of him, which will now be like at the end of combat roughly, so you don't have to make a save right now. And Skeleton Guard is going to come down towards Svalder. And the Skeleton Guard is like, beat the inimitable, beat the inimitable. And he's going to, I feel like this is going to be my crit right here.
Oh no!
The called shots.
Called shot.
Oh.
What is this, BDO?
Max damage.
Oh my god, that's a lot of max damage. Holy crap.
That is really brutal. Okay.
I've got
This is-
slashing resistance. Okay.
Hey, that helps.
Hey.
That helps.
ZR20. Zord's living here.
He's going to come in for his 3rd action. Gonna miss on the map. Our 2nd Skeleton Guard, he's gonna come down to Bromir, and yeah, he's got just enough to get to Bromir. And let me untarget here. Going for that
is it
scimitar.
his turn or?
Oh, what? Oh, I'm sorry. What, am I just moving all of the creatures?
Yeah, you're just moving off.
I'm so used to my D&D strategies here. Let me go back.
Enemy's turn,
Let's
guys.
let's recant
It's
that.
all of them.
All of the enemies act at once for simplicity. Okay. Sorry, Luke. You go ahead.
I'm done with that.
All right. I'm gonna stare at the skeleton, super confused, and then I'm going to get really mad and rage.
Okay. Do you roar when you rage, or do you say something pithy?
Yeah, we can roar. Why not?
That's what it sounds like. Yeah, we can roar.
Yeah, we can roar. Okay.
We can roar.
Just a
That's
really
what he
loud-
says. Yeah, we can roar.
Yeah, I can get mad at this.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I think I can run. Well, I'd be occupying his space.
Look how mad he is.
I mean, you can walk over that dead body if you want.
No. Well, I think I will have to. Oh, I guess we will be suddenly charging again.
Well, you have enough movement. Like
I thought it was
Chikris is-
15.
So your sudden your movement base
Yeah.
should be 25. You might
Oh.
be able to move faster.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, with sudden charge, you can go 2 strides, so you can go 50.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you could potentially go.
Sudden charge
Unless
could
you're
get you over
encumbered
here.
or something
My
like.
speed
like-
is 25 feet. Okay, so never mind. I could get right here.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
well,
being
then I'm
within
gonna-
Chikris's aura will give you +1 to attack as well.
Yeah,
Think
so
for
then
those
I will
blasts.
move right here. Grab my
Okay.
bless, and I am going to punch
Give him the punch.
right here.
Hit him right in the bone.
I think he's drinking the punch. I think he's
Yeah.
gonna drink the punch.
All right, so that is.
All right. Is this a pummel party?
Boom.
Nice.
Wait till I get there.
Ooh, he didn't drink the
Jesus.
punch.
All right, well, I guess we go for punch number 2.
Okay. One map on this one.
Nice.
Hey,
Hell yeah.
nice. There you go.
Let's throw some damage down. Are you shitting me? Wow.
7 damage, still enough to smash him into pieces as
Hell
another skeleton goes clattering to the ground.
Very nice.
That is all 3 of your actions, right?
Correct.
Okay. Skeleton guard, I get to go now. All right. Jeez.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
The battlefield's changed. I guess we'll just do the same though. We'll go to Bromir. We'll do a little slashy.
Do the same thing at 1, 2.
Yeah. Hit. Some damage. Max damage.
Oof.
I'm on these damage rolls. I can't hit for jack, but I'm on the damage rolls. And then just a little map attack coming in here. Spicy meatball. Nope. Okay, no map. And then it's going to be Svalder's turn.
First action, we're raising the shield.
I like it.
Second action, we're going to weapon infusion. I need to just put the effect on my hotbar rather than the thingy. But then we're gonna apply reach and hit the Skelly Bro here.
Okay.
With a 1 action elemental blast.
I like it. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Something tells me this skeleton is not long for this world. Boom. He clatters to the ground. No, my creations!
Just outside of reach. And then we're going to Streed 25 feet.
Okay.
I'll probably die.
I think you're fine.
I think you're fine.
I think you're fine. Okay, you are getting into the thick of it though. So yeah, this guy will come up and just get right up on you.
Okay.
I was wrong.
Gonna get that targeting up on you. Gonna see if he can get that strike up on you. Ooh, miss. Okay, here we go with a little map. He's got to roll a 19 to hit with this one. Oh, I was trying to call the shot. Couldn't make it happen. And that is his turn. Adron, you're up.
I'm
Give
going to
Tucker.
move
I
up a
believe in
little
you.
bit. Mm-hmm.
Get in there. Have some fun with it.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna magic missile him.
Oh, that's rude. Okay. Are you doing a 2 action here? Because you move first, right? Okay.
I guess I didn't need to move. Shit. Can I not move?
I think you did. Isn't it 60 or is it 120?
It's 120.
It's
No.
120.
Yeah, if you don't want to, you don't have to.
No. I was like, what do I hear?
Something like that. Yeah, I'd say you've got line of sight. Normally you'd have cover, but with magic missile it doesn't matter. So
Wow.
you see them fly unerringly and smack into Veed, who is like, I'll show you how to cast a real magic missile, boy. And then
it's I know that was 3, but do I use the? Can I use the drain bonded item?
drain
Like,
bonded
do I do
item.
that on my next turn
I don't know how that works.
to get the spell back? Hold on.
Yeah, I think it's next turn.
What's a free action?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an action that's free.
Like,
Okay.
this action doesn't cost anything, right?
Okay, you have to not act yet on your turn.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's the requirement. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so Wesley Steel Arrow is up.
Cat.
Okay. Okay. My God. It was a good one. It was a good one. I'll give you that. Yeah, he looks rough.
He's not standing.
I'm gonna put you on a clock. Step to get into 30 foot. Full on stride. Do you have 30? So you can't quite get there if that's what you're aiming for. Yeah. Okay. Okay. $12 HP back for Movat. Tovum wakes up in a bucket of fish on the ship.
You're not undead, are you?
Hey, you're not undead, are you?
No, but I'm gonna kill my brother.
Okay, Basco, you're in.
Okay. Just excited from all the just people jumping in, spells flying everywhere. It's just gleeful kind of light in his eyes, smile on his face, and first action gonna stride up here. Try and line up a shot. So one action stride. Then gonna target the inevitable. And second action,
Marut.
gonna fire a shot.
Give him a shot, bro. The
Oh,
blonde.
what can I do? First attack. No map. Miss. Oof.
0 point?
Don't let him talk you into something you don't want to do.
Sure, I have one.
Why not?
Why not?
We haven't talked about when I'm giving out hero points yet. We'll go over that later.
Hey, man,
After you've
wait, man.
expended all of them.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
Damn.
immediately burned. No.
brutal.
Okay.
God,
Just
Oh, man.
Okay.
my
And,
influence is spread.
Then third action.
And you're right, God, in our app
reload.
Okay.
So that'll be my turn.
Bingo bongo. All right. Bromir Cornelius.
Bromir is going to move see. Can't quite get there. So I'm
Do
just gonna
action
go
it.
right.
Okay.
Two action? No, it's gonna be one action move.
Okay, just one little act. Okay,
Yeah.
get in there.
And I'm gonna give the skeleton here a little kiss with the fist.
Slap it around.
Yep. With the strike one.
Fist.
Just gotta, get that one out of the way.
I feel like there's just been a lot of bad rolls tonight.
There have not been very many.
So it's like bad GM rolls, good
Brutal.
player rolls, bad
Wow.
player rolls, good GM rolls.
Okay.
Is that a flurry grib?
No, that was just a regular attack. I didn't want to flurry.
So,
Movat, one thing about going unconscious is, of course, you drop your weapons too. So you're prone and your weapons are on the ground next to you.
so I will one action grab
Wounded
my wounded one. I need to add that if it didn't do it.
There you go.
All right. So one action, grab my sword.
Okay.
Second action, stand up.
Okay.
And then third action, dueling parry.
Okay. You take a defensive stance. Make sure you apply that effect there.
Yeah.
And that's the end of your turn, right?
And that is the end of my turn, and I'm just gonna be like, meow, I'm still here, meow.
I'm barely meow. Okay. The inimitable.
Also, am I in the range of bless?
Thank you.
No, just out.
No, you're just out. We don't have to keep fighting. I don't know why you're destroying my beautiful creations. And he's gonna cast a spell on Movat.
So bad. Yep.
And that spell is gonna be
Magic missile?
Killer.
This is the control.
Fear.
Fear. Ah.
Give me that will saving throw.
I see you.
Oh.
I see you.
Oh, the failure. You are frightened 2. Go ahead and drag that frightened 2 onto your character token. And for his third action, he is going to stride away. To here. And that's the end of his turn. Heh, you're up.
Oh, a little too far. All right. Well, still looking absolutely confused about what the hell's going on with those skeletons. And he's going to kind of look at his fist. Okay. And then he's going to use one action to walk up to this skeleton right here. And we
he's
are
gonna-
going to...
Just him.
Yeah.
Nice.
It worked on the last one. Why not this one?
Why not?
Why not?
Mr. Fister.
All right. We'll go number 1. Come on.
Hero point?
On 18.
What's a hero point?
Basically, it lets you re-roll any roll, and then you have to take the new result no matter what it is. But you start the session with 1 hero point, and then you only get more when I say you get more. So
Okay. Well, I think I will just take that.
They can also prevent you from dying as well.
they can also
Yeah,
prevent you from
Clearly left
Yeah,
out
so-
by the GM.
Gotta hold on to that one. I think I'll just
Yeah,
take a
you wanna
second
use
swing
it
of
for,
the little
like-
map.
Trivial stuff. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
There we go.
There you go.
All right, and some damage. I mean, if 1 worked, 2 should work,
That
right?
is plenty. Another skeleton goes clattering to the ground.
There you go.
I think you've got one action left, right?
I do have one action, so well, wait, say no. I walked over, punch 1, punch 2.
Oh, you punched twice. My bad.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so it's Falder. Yeah, you're up.
All right. So my shield goes down. I'm going to stride twice. And then I'm going to attempt a grapple.
A hot grab. Okay.
Let me pull out the macro for this because I forgot to put that on my bar. That's the wrong one. Grapple. Athletic. That's also the wrong one. Which one is it? Oh, I see it. I got it. Let me add that to my hoot bar.
Okay. Hero point?
A hero point.
Don had two because he got an extra one for something. I don't remember what you did. Oh my god!
The hero points have not been kind.
What is going on?
That's a good question.
Brutal stuff. Okay, that's your 3, right?
Yeah.
All right. This skeleton guard is gone, so it is Hadron.
I can't see him, right?
Yeah, no, he's out of line of sight
Can I see
now.
him?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
You would have seen him kind of
we'll
just go behind that rocky pillar.
We'll do a good old drain bonded item.
Okay.
And get my magic missile back.
Okay.
Do I have to cast that spell? Is that? Because it says you must still cast the spell.
I think
During your turn, you gain the ability to cast one spell you prepared today. Yeah, I think you have to cast it during this turn, right?
Yeah.
It just says you must still cast the spell and meet the spell's other. Okay.
Yeah, you must still cast the spell means like you still have to use the actions and stuff.
Yeah.
So if I move like here, should be able to see him, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, and then I'll 2 action magic missile.
Okay.
I gotta shoot 2 times. I gotta add it. Or fucking. Gotta add it back in so I can cast it.
Nice.
Very nice. Less nice, but still good.
Thank you.
Okay. Wesley Steel Arrow, you're up. Okay. Okay. Making it a little bit bigger. I am going to have to bio because I've been drinking tons of water, but I'll be back in just a moment. Does anybody else need to take a quick break?
I could grab a drink.
If you're breaking, we shall
Refill
break.
my water bottle.
Okay. We'll just take a quick one.
All right.
Okay.
We'll be back.
Never heard of it.
Hello. Is anybody home?
Hello.
Oh, hi there. You enjoying that first level play?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I really wish my grapple would have hit, but
I know, right? I'm
Wow.
very seriously considering doing a house rule on hero points to reduce the number that you get, but have them have the caveat that you can't get worse. You know, like
Yeah.
either you take the best of both, or if you roll worse than the first one, you just roll again until you don't roll worse, something like that. So you're at least guaranteed to get like one more. I don't know.
I saw some people talking about it on the subreddit about doing 1d10 plus 10.
Yeah, I could see that.
But yeah.
I don't like D10s personally. I
don't
feel like they
either.
always roll garbage. So, you know,
D10 just
like
looks
give me a
cool.
hearty D12 or a D20. D10 is like, you know, what is that?
Not that a D10 hurt me personally one time before or anything. I just don't like the die.
I just don't like them. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, we're still waiting on Gribbets.
Thanks. Stucker there?
Bananas. That's a good question.
I'm here.
Okay. Tucker's here.
How do you feel about rolling 5d4?
I don't like that. The problem with rolling extra dice is that the more dice you include, the more likely you are to roll an average result. You know, it's not the same distribution as just rolling a d20.
Yeah, but you guarantee you don't get that critical miss of 1.
You're guaranteed at least 5, but you know, you're almost certain to get like, I don't know what the average would be, like 12 or something like that. Very unlikely to get a 20 if you roll 5d4. Okay, I think we're ready to go. Vasco on the plate.
Oh, wonderful. So, freshly reloaded, seeing everybody chasing after this gentleman necromancer. And he's just gonna give chase as well. So 21 stride action takes me here.
Mhm.
Boom. And then, see, check range. We're within range here. Gonna fire off a shot. I still have it as should still be bludgeoning. Yes, still bludgeoning.
Okay.
So fire off a shot. So first attack, still have the inevitable targeted. So big money.
Ooh.
Okay, great. Now, damn it.
Which,
Wait.
since the weapon has the scatter trait, me and Wesley will take 1 splash damage.
Ah.
Including
the
Beat
splash-
also, I believe, takes it.
Because
Wesley also gets it?
10
Oh,
foot
It's a
radius.
10
Yeah.
foot. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Veed is going to take the 7 and the 1, right?
Right.
Okay.
And then Wesley also takes the 1 as well.
Wesley, go ahead and get you that 1, bro. You can tell that Veed is looking very, very wounded right now. He's on death's door.
Okay.
He's like,
We're gonna, as the last action, just gonna shout out, "Ooh, sorry I caught you there," and then reload.
sorry, I shot you in the dick.
I got you there. I winged you both there.
Okay.
So that's my turn.
Okay. Bromir, you're up.
All right, gonna do 1 action, 2 action.
We'll get in there.
I'm gonna give him the old punch-a-rooski.
Gonna punch him.
Pouch. Bromir hasn't hit anything
Yes.
ever.
This whole game.
Well, in the pregame.
And the pregame. Yeah.
Yeah.
True
I'm
facts.
doing the second attack from Flurry.
That was not flurry. I promise I'll let you know when I do.
Okay. Movat, you're up.
Because I'm wounded, I only have 2 actions this round, right?
No, you still
No,
have
you're
all
good.
3.
Oh, bring it all 3.
But you are frightened.
Wounded
too.
is like if you go down.
Just affects how you die, basically.
Mhm.
It's just not known. Have panache. Alright. Dadgummit, why is this not doing right?
You press the space bar.
Well, I thought you were supposed to be able to hit control to get you a point set.
Hold control before you start dragging, and then you can left click to create like a new point, like this.
Come on. There it goes. So that's 1 move. Actually, that's wrong. I'm only at 25 feet because I don't have my panache anymore.
Mhm.
And then second move. And then for my third move, I'm gonna rapier this guy.
Okay.
I didn't
That is
have it targeted.
That is a miss.
And I'm just gonna free action. Yeah, and then
It is going to be Veed the Inevitable's turn. What do we got here?
I'm gonna try to bargain.
I'm just gonna roll a little thing. He's gonna be like, please don't hurt me. But then he's gonna cast Electric Arc. Sorry, not Movat. He's targeting Bromir and Balder. Should have done this before. That's my bad. Okay, let me click the thing again, and it should give us the things. There we go. Now you can just click your saving throw there. Half damage for Svalder.
I'm probably gonna go down anyway, so.
Full damage for Bromir. Here comes that
Wait,
damage.
before you do that,
Okay.
we've got a
Let's take
reaction.
Bella. She's cute.
Actually, I think I should have done this before I rolled. So I'll just use a hero point to not fail.
Okay. Roll that hero check thing.
Reroll using hero.
Nice.
Okay, so half damage will be 3 then for both of you.
I didn't hear no bell.
Tom, you're still up.
Yeah.
For his third action, he's going to try to run again. He's going to go 25 feet away, but we're running out of map here, so let's see how this plays out. You're up. That is a big hole in the ground. As you guys are getting up to this, basically it looks like someone's dug out a pretty huge hole, like deep, it's maybe 10 or 15 feet deep, and like 10 or 15 feet across. One thing I wanted to do as well, Svalder, you can do a society check. Anybody who's been on the constellation for like at least a year could do a society check. Has anybody else been on it that long?
I guess.
Yeah, you probably would be. You could do a society if you wanted to.
The society?
Yeah, has Hadron been on there a long time?
Can I do a society?
Sure.
On where?
Huh? On the constellation. When did you get on the ship?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, because, I mean, I've been associated with at least, like, Decius and my boy for a while.
Yeah, I think that's fair. You can do it.
Your boy.
Oh,
My boy Obi.
okay.
Oh, shit.
I think you vaguely recall hearing the name Veed at some point. Hadron, you remember that Veed is he's like a ship mage for another pirate that operates in these waters. You know that the pirate captain's name is Draco, and he pilots the ship Thalassus. And you know that Captain Frozen Fist has had run-ins with Draco before. Frozen Hand, excuse me.
This is how I spelled that.
Huh? Close enough. What do you got going on?
Okay, thanks.
I think I'm going to one action walk here.
Okay.
And second action, I think I'm going to sudden charge.
Big Sud.
I don't know.
I think
I
you
can-
maybe
yeah,
could
sure.
make that.
Yeah, how do you do that? Yeah, I know you said
Hold.
hold control.
Hold control and then begin to drag.
Uh-huh.
And then when you get to the point, left click and then continue dragging.
Ah. That puts me right at 50 and 55 feet right there
Didn't hit
for the
spacebar.
sudden charge.
Could
Okay.
have 50 feet with
Oh, well,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
and you can right click to go back 1 point.
okay.
Okay.
So I will
Do a little Sud.
right in there
Okay.
and walk up and punch him. What? Why'd you go there?
I think it was limiting
Yeah.
your movement. I just
knew
think the
you had
line was a
50.
little weird.
Oh,
Yeah, you drew it different
But-
the second
Yeah.
time.
You can go ahead and just move over that extra 5 feet. Now, when you punch this guy, are you trying to kill him or are you trying to not kill him?
I guess we can try for an.
I think
Iron
as
Fist.
as an animal druid, animal barbarian, you can still do non-lethal, or can you not?
It just takes the non-lethal trait, but you should be able to still choose to make an attack non-lethal at -2.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So yeah,
If you took Iron Fist, then you wouldn't get the -2.
Yeah, I do have Iron Fist though.
Hmm.
And I don't
Iron-
think I'm
oh.
so much thinking it so much. I think I'm upset about the skeletons that I probably am trying to kill. Because
Okay.
he's already done a whole bunch of damage to all of us.
Sure.
I don't
He
think
took
sitting there
the-
thinking, I think I know Veed, I've heard of him, we've absolutely had run-ins, this is a bad guy. Bad guys die.
Okay. It has a simple philosophy.
Yep.
Sometimes the
Smash.
simplest philosophies are the best.
So,
Give him the fist.
and that punch.
Right,
Right on
on,
the money.
the money. Give me that damage. Oh,
Why
whoops.
Did I,
Wait, what? What happened?
why did I just
Wait,
punch
reflect-
myself?
He's got damage. Oh, my bad. Undo. Why did that? Oh, you targeted yourself. How did you do that?
Oh, well, that would be. Let's try. that, and
Stop hitting yourself.
I've got him targeted now, so
I can do the damage for
Okay.
on him.
1 HP, just like
He
your boys. Fault.
Goes down. I had to stop so the DMCA didn't get us.
I mean, it was spot on. It
Yeah.
was like I was playing Final Fantasy.
That was too
I thought that was Zelda.
too close. I always like to run a little necromancer in the first combat. It's tradition. Just in case the character dies, I can do some shenanigans,
Close.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Close.
I was in that. What?
Well, wait a second.
I
I'm
don't
in
like
picture.
this.
Okay, so what do you guys do?
I am going to pick that body up by its ankles and shake the shit out of it. Make sure it doesn't come back alive.
Anything come out of his pockets while he shakes it.
Can you? Good. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I think you should. Oh, thank you, Wesley. I think you should. Coughed up blood everywhere. I think you should throw the kobold's body onto one of the rowboats, and we can bring it back to the ship. Show the captain that whoever this is interfering with our job. After you're done shaking.
Kind of, I'm pretty sure I've got him by the ankle, and I'm like,
yeah,
Are
he
you gonna
seems
be a
to be,
skeleton?
seems to be well and truly dead.
Shaking.
he is well and truly dead. Okay, well then I'm going to
Just give him a good
seize
old.
Falder's words. I'm going to throw him over my shoulder and start trekking the way back to the shore.
I won't
When you
stop
do-
you if you slam him against the rock on your way over there, just in case.
When you shake him, silver pieces do come clanking out,
Oh, well, then he's getting dropped, and I'm picking those up.
as well as looks like a couple of scrolls. Are you guys able to loot his corpse?
I already looked at it. You just got to double click on him. I'm not so much worried about the loot right now. I'm just going back to the boat and gonna curl up in a ball and lay down.
Okay.
Okay.
What?
Yep.
I'm not so much worried about the piece of the paper, but I am grabbing that silver.
Okay, there are 20
Can we
silver pieces
identify-
if you
can
want
I
to grab it.
identify some scrolls? Let's grab them scrolls.
I'll
Oh,
shoot.
we wanna-
He's gonna
we
look at the
wanna
ground.
identify
He's
them
gonna
here,
point to
grab them,
you, and
and
he's gonna
go.
point to the scrolls, and then he's gonna toss the kobold over the shoulder and keep walking.
Okay.
I'll grab the scroll or whoever can, and we'll take them.
Well, I think we're doing checks here.
later, I guess.
What am I checking for?
Oh, we're gonna do it now? Okay. I thought we were leaving.
I have the Arcana.
We've got a job to do, Hadron Collider.
This first one, okay, yeah.
Okay, I'll just roll for all of them.
That's fine. I'm just gonna say the first one Dom's already got. So if you guys anybody wants to try on the second one. Okay.
Try on this.
Adron's got the second one.
Oh.
So Svalder, you must have heard about this. Maybe it's something that you learned in the land of the Lenorm or something. I mean, you're not particularly magically inclined, are you?
I mean, unless you consider me pulling the elements out of myself magical.
Well, yeah, maybe that's related somehow. I'm not sure exactly. It's not an amazing fit, but this is actually a ritual scroll of create undead skeleton. It seems to be a little bit beyond your ken at this point. You don't know how you would go about casting it, but you are able to identify what its purpose is.
I think I've seen some tribes from where I'm from use this create undead or something. I'm not entirely sure.
Bosco's gonna keep surveying the area around him while they're looking at the body getting hauled off and looking at those scrolls.
Okay.
Do I see
the-
anything, or do I need to?
Well, real quick, for the people who have gone back to the boats, like anybody who's gone back to the boat, you do have Hollister like waves you over to this other boat to try and help some of the survivors from the other ship. Nobody's checked the survivors on this ship or to see if there are any. But yeah, for you, Basco, you said you're just kind of like looking around for threats, or what are you doing exactly?
Yeah, just surveying the area for any threats or any other anything just around us, making sure if we're being watched or anything like that. So
Okay,
just-
give me a perception check.
Okay. I'm just okay
Yep.
with these.
Yeah, I took it.
Great. You don't notice any threats. Nothing seems to be like jumping out at you. You don't hear any strange sounds right now. Everything seems pretty quiet. You do notice, of course, like right next to you, can't help but notice this large hole. In the bottom of the hole, it looks like there are still maybe just a couple of boxes in the hole, but it looks like probably this was the cargo that you were supposed to unearth and return to the ship, and most of it is gone. There's very little left.
I'm gonna
Can I-
call that out to the group.
Yeah, can I hop down and?
Yep.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've already moved over to the one. I'll treat wounds on those that I can. If
I
there's
wanted
anybody
to
alive.
look around, notice Bosco was looking around. I wanted to notice if there were footprints outside of where we were in the immediate area.
Okay, give me a survival check on that. You could do a perception as well if you want to. And for Wesley and crap, Movat, you guys can give me medicine checks. Okay, Bromir, 14. There are a lot of footprints. They're pretty easy to spot. They head off this direction toward the northwest. And it looks like I was drawing a line up here. Can you see my line?
I don't.
see it.
Oh.
Nope.
Oh. Yeah. All right. Well, northwest.
I see that.
All that.
It just comes away from the hole toward the northwest, basically. And it's just it's not even really like a big. It's not like a small footprint. This looks like a lot of feet came through here, but you feel like
Different
you
foot sizes.
could probably follow it pretty easily.
Okay.
Movat and Wesley, you guys are tending to the wounded. It looks like there are 2 sailors on this boat that are in very bad condition, but you are able to stabilize them. The rest are toast. So six corpses and 2 that you were able to save.
Yeah, save those. We could use that toast. for food.
Yeah, keep that toast, man. Oh God. Are you guys gonna go help out with the other boat as well, or? Okay.
Well, I mean, you said he's in charge, right? So
Yeah, Hollister. I mean, Hollister is over at the second boat right now, like calling for you guys to come over and
Okay,
help out.
then
But I mean,
that
when he
is where
sees
I
him
am.
like go to the first boat, he doesn't try to stop him or anything.
okay. Well, then I will come over to where Hollister is, still with Mr. Kobold on my shoulder.
Okay. These people need their wounds tended, and looks like there's 3 people who are obviously gone, but 5 sailors on this one could possibly be saved.
I mean, I've got some medicine and a medicine pack, so I could definitely at least look them over, see if there's nothing I could do.
Okay, give me a medicine check.
So I'm gonna drop my Mr. Kobold and
Brutal, these rolls.
Weird roll to this.
Okay, so you guys are you do your best to treat the wounded, but and Hollister helps out. What did you say, B. Will?
But we killed them all.
Three more of them do perish, and you do save 2 though. So basically 2 sailors from each, 4 sailors were saved here. Which is, I mean, for anybody who's on the ship for a long time, like people come and go. Sometimes they leave the ship alive and sometimes they don't. But you know, for a crew of, you know, like 100 to 120, depending on exactly how many people they pick up at port, you know, losing 12 sailors is a big, it's not a small hit. So yeah, but everybody who's left is now stabilized, and Hollister's like, all right, we have to see to the cargo. I don't know how we're gonna get it dug up now with only a handful of us. This is gonna be impossible. And he starts walking over that way.
Yeah, Spalder would want to hop in the hole and
Okay.
pull out his crowbar just to check that the whatever is left is still there, or if they just like took the contents out.
Okay.
And if everything that is left is still there, it would be to start like pulling it and like trying to hand it off to whoever is outside of the hole.
Okay. Give
While
me
we're
a.
walking back over, I want to loot these bodies.
Okay, sure. You should be. You can go ahead and double click on these guys and just grab whatever they got if you want. Dom, give me a perception check.
Perceptione.
Okay. Let's see. You do find some stuff at the bottom. It looks like I said, most of it is missing, is gone. There's a little bit, one of the boxes that's still there has a few rations in it. And just like 2 small jugs of, looks like rum. And as you're like searching through and cracking open boxes, you know, it's about that time that Hollister arrives and is like looking down, and he's like, oh my God, oh no, there was supposed to be 10 kegs of rum and rations to last us for weeks. This is terrible.
Where's the rum gone?
They stole our rum. The captain's gonna be very angry that you've said that, Wesley.
It's going on the list.
Spalder will actually like lift the earth underneath the crates of what's there and like basically like move it out of the hole.
Okay. That's cool. So yeah, you're just kind of like moving the earth around to help lift the stuff out of there.
Yeah.
And that may be one of the other reasons that you were picked for this job.
I
As
can
part of
move
that,
earth pretty easily, yeah.
Yeah, because you're moving so much stuff around, a couple of things do shake loose. Let me know if you can get into this.
Nope.
And go, Bongo.
I click it.
Oh, it's locked. We need to break it open.
Locked?
No, I'm
I've
just
never-
saying.
I've never done a chest. Yeah, somebody roll a thing. Do I have to like give you guys ownership or something? Is that how it works?
Right? Like, I think it's just permissions. Like, we can view it or take things.
There's observer. Does that do it?
There we go.
I moved all the other stuff into the party's chest or the party's
Stash.
stash.
Okay. So yeah, there are 35 silver pieces, 2 units of alcohol, rum, a couple of looks to be some unusual bolts and some unusual bullets shot, and then a lesser smoke stick and some rations. You want to go home and make concealment checks? I don't know.
Bosco help out, like kind of keeping an eye out around us, but also kind of step over to those crates to either help move them or help kind of double check through the contents with everyone and help move them out of the way so that like Svaldi can get out of the hole as well.
Okay.
So we need to.
Okay. You're doing great work, Wesley. I really appreciate having you around for this. Of course.
I mentioned to Hollister that this set of footprints, maybe they go off to where the other crates are missing.
Perhaps we could follow it. Yes. I suppose if Veed was still here, maybe they are not far away. I'm not much of a tracker myself, but I could follow along if anybody is capable.
Vasco's
I
like,
could-
you do that, guy?
Try to treat wounds on myself before we take off.
I've never met Veed, but I know of him.
Oh.
Go ahead, Bewell.
Okay.
And y'all just want to move this stuff to the party stash too, in the chest.
Does anybody want to demystify?
I'd like to take a chance at some demystifying. Arcane. And then what was the second one? Arcane. Ciao.
Pachow.
Chow. Vasco gets both of them. Where did they went in the stash?
Yeah, I put them in this party stash.
Okay, let me demystify that. The bolts are shining bolts.
Look
And
at
the
them
shot is ranging shot. And the liquor is not supposed to be unusual. I don't know why it's mystified. Alcohol.
Okay.
You're doing treat wounds on yourself. Okay, that's a success.
And how do I?
There's a macro for this called treat wounds or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can't get them. It gives me an error when I try to click on the macro. Control character does not have ID.
You gotta use the one that's in that other thing. What's
Very
the
well
other
put.
thing called? It's like the tools.
Yeah, it's called treat wounds and battle medicine. If you just search in the compendium. While you're working on that, what is everybody else doing?
Romir, if you could point out the tracks, I could assist you in tracking these tracks trackingly.
I look down at the ground and I point.
Thank
There
you.
seem to
Found
be
them.
tracks there.
These tracks?
Yeah, he points at the.
I pointed
the
them out for you.
And it's like a a herd of animals came through here.
I thought you were going to say clearing up the tracks.
We
I don't want
need
anybody
do
to
that.
know we were here.
Don't want anyone know where these people were.
Okay.
Oh, damn it all.
Okay.
But in all seriousness, start going that way. I don't know if that's what you were suggesting.
Yeah,
Follow
as you kind of follow the tracks, it starts out really easy to follow, but then as you get off of this map, it gets into more rocky terrain, and so it does become a little bit more difficult. Someone would need to make a survival check to start tracking over the rocky terrain.
Does Hollister? I asked Hollister if he has a map
Can
of
I
this
send my
area.
familiar?
I can aid in that survival check.
Can somebody treat wounds on me because this other one's not working either.
I think you'll get 2d8 B will for a regular success on treat wounds, so I just roll it manually. Yeah, you can have the eagle
send
do
my
survival,
eagle.
and yes, the swing can aid if you want. You like send your eagle to find tracks or something.
Wow.
Ribs, did you have another
I'm a hero
question? Then?
point cloud.
Ribs?
I was just curious if Hollister had any
Oh,
Any-
a map. That's right.
any map or tools or anything.
No, he doesn't have a map of
Oh,
it.
hot Hippo.
It's really small. Like it's not, as you get into the rocky
Oh, the
area,
island is small.
yeah, you're like, you kind of go up a little bit, and then you're pretty sure you're gonna get essentially at some point you're gonna be able to see over this rocky part, and you'll be able to see the other side of the island from there.
So it kind of like the middle of it's kind of like a mountainous hill or
Right.
something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. So Basco is aiding and fails to aid, and the eagle uses a hero point. Is that what happened there?
Yeah.
Hippo.
Ah,
Oh, can I Hippo for the familiar? Is that okay?
I'll allow it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I mean, I'm using my hero point.
yeah, it's your hero point.
oh, I thought you meant the bird has its own hero point.
Yeah, no.
No, I mean, I used mine. Like, I wasn't trying to.
So yeah,
That is a
your
good
eagle.
hippo.
Does he have a name? Eeg?
Not
Iago?
yet.
Is that his Iago?
Eeg. Yeah, Eeg.
It's
Eeg.
okay.
No,
Okay.
His name's Midnight Snack. Meow.
Oh my
his
God.
name's Glay.
Blay.
Rolls off the tongue.
Eeg.
Anyways,
Whatever the bird's
Eeg
name is.
hyphen
the
Glay.
eagle tracks for you and is kind of like hopping along the stones, and then it'll kind of like flap its wing a few times and fly a little bit, and then hop a little bit, and kind of like you guys are essentially following. Basco is nearby, like touching the bird's wings periodically and not helping.
Nice.
Footprints.
Footprints.
I'm helping.
You do get around to, well, you're following it around. You're about to crest around the corner to where you'd be able to see the other side of the island. But you do notice with your dirty 20, that there's a little path that kind of goes off to the side. It does have some. It's not worn nearly as much as this main. Like there aren't that many footprints going on this side path, and they seem to be older. So you can either follow the side path or you can keep going on the main path.
I said we follow the side path.
You're gonna go the side path.
Let's go the side path.
If that's
Oh,
what the
Unless
bird
you
wants
want
to
to
do.
split.
Split the party?
Do a hot split. Why
Wanna
not?
split the
Yeah.
party,
Split
bro?
up and fan
On
out.
first level?
We basically have two parties.
We basically have all melee.
Yeah.
I have a
Was
gun.
Did anybody want to discuss the options, or
I'm fine with side path.
I'm fine with going down the side.
okay, little side path?
Yeah.
Bypass side sesh.
Okay, you start going down the side path, and it leads to what looks to be, as you approach from the outside, just to like a solid cave wall. But as you get closer, you notice that there's like, it's sort of there's a little narrow passageway that looks like it goes into a small cave inside of the rocky center of this island.
Can we see anything? Is it just like a straight down shot, or can you see like a turn?
What's everybody's situation on dark vision?
I have it.
We're out low light.
I have.
Dark vision.
I think I have low light. Do half orcs have low light or dark? I think low light.
I think it's low
It
light.
says it on the party, what everybody's got.
Oh, that's a
Yeah, I
good
have
point.
low
I
light.
should.
Yep.
I need to get used
I
to
do
checking
not.
that.
Anything.
I have dark vision. He has dark vision.
Okay. So from here, you can see down in a little ways, and it looks like you don't see anything in particular. It looks like the path kind of goes down in, and then it like goes downward at first, and then sort of levels off. So you can't see the whole room, but you can tell that it looks like it opens up down there. So like it goes down and then kind of opens into a larger space.
Nice.
Nice. Is anybody going in?
Yeah,
The passageway itself is like less than 5 feet wide, so you don't have to squeeze, but it's tight.
It's quite tight.
Like,
I'll go in, but I prefer not to go first.
I'll
Well,
go first.
Since
Yeah,
no
I'm
one
going
told me to
first,
put the body
because
down,
I said
I'd
I
like to
wanted to go
toss the
first.
body into the cave opening.
Wait, what? You still have the body?
I thought I told you to put it
Body
in
on
the
the
boat.
boat.
Yeah.
You said we wanted to show it to the captain, and then you all walked that way. Sorry, I'm not actually saying this. I'm gonna point to Spalder, and I'm gonna point to the body, and then I'm gonna like make a little captain hat, and I'm gonna shake him.
I said, yes. Go bring him to the boat, and we'll bring him back with us to the ship.
I thought you set him down when you treated wounds. Now.
Not boat.
Well, boat now.
All right, I guess I'm gonna. Okay, well now I'm gonna turn around and trek back to the boats and take the corpse with me.
Just
Okay.
just put the
Just-
corpse in the party
just put him-
stash full.
Yeah, just put him down for right now. We'll get him on the way back.
It's technically not living. Stuff him in there, and he's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna drop the body in.
Just feels weird.
Okay. Put the body down there.
Let the body-
Bromir, are you going in?
Oh, I'm inserting myself into the caves.
Okay, I like that.
You guys want I can go first.
DM goes, I like that.
I'm gonna slide in that crack after it.
Okay, wow, all right.
Jeez.
Terrible. And so, are you, Bromir, are you being quiet, or are you just going in raw dog, or how are you doing it?
I don't have any reasons to suspect to go quietly, so I'm just gonna walk in there like I normally would walk, or
Okay.
crawl, or however you think I would need to go in there as far as my height and
Sure.
smallness of the cave.
I'll follow him, but I'll be 15 feet behind him.
This map is not terribly accurate, but
It's
we're
a
gonna use it. So you're saying, B Will, you're gonna be after Bromir, a little bit back.
Yep.
And I'm
Still in
assuming,
combat?
huh?
Wait, are we still in combat, or we need to close that encounter?
Oh, is the encounter
Yeah,
still
we're-
open?
Yeah, we're still open. We're in Garrison.
Yeah, no, we're not in counter. It was,
Okay. I was like, I still hear battle music. I don't know.
oh, do you still hear battle music?
I don't
I
know.
heard
It's the
jolly
same
tunes.
music. I just-
Yeah, I'm hearing
you're
like
still in that encounter.
Jolly
It's a jaunty-
pirate music.
I was
Right.
hearing the flute jig.
Yeah. Nice.
Can only the dark vision people see?
No, low light is fine. There's
Light's
enough
fine.
enough light gets into the cave to
Nice.
make it visible for low light. Anybody who doesn't have low light, like if you get in there, then you'll be dealing with concealment.
Okay.
Could I never mind.
Do you have a question? No. You decided no question.
I'm
well.
trying to think of how this would work.
Okay.
So I can generate an element, right? And I have fire, so I can just create fire.
Uh,
But
Like
I
the
don't,
Human
I
Torch.
think- right, but I don't.
Yeah.
Cast light.
Fun.
Here's light.
It has to either be light or negligible bulk. So my first question would be, how much light would that produce if needed? And the only other issue would be that I would have to constantly move it, which would be very difficult to do.
oh, you're talking about just like holding fire in your hand?
Right, or just like, I don't know.
Because like if you set something on fire like a torch, then it would be pretty effective. But I don't know how much, like just negligible fire probably wouldn't
You
put
know-
off maybe like 5 feet of bright.
Yeah, that's why I don't really understand like what negligible or light bulk is of fire when fire doesn't really have bulk, you know? Like,
Well, they mean you can set a light or negligible item on fire, I think is what they're saying.
We have this kobold. It has clothes. We could light it on fire. The kobold's
a-
clothes, not the kobold.
I have a backpack on, and I believe in that backpack is some torches.
Okay.
You want?
Oh, you-
You want a torch?
Pull out a torch.
It was for if anybody who doesn't have low light. I'm not sure who.
Oh, I have dark vision. I don't even know why I have torches. It was in my kit that I bought to start the game with.
Right. I mean, I have
Same.
torches as well in my backpack as well.
Yeah.
You never know.
Vasco raises his hand.
Vasco doesn't, yeah.
Svalder will light the torch. He'll do the flame on. Hot. His fingers on the torch.
Nice.
Hand it to Vasco.
Yeah, so I'll take one hand off of the blunderbuss, kind of hold it in one arm, and then hold up the torch as well.
Yep.
Be like, thank you.
I want to see the monkey hold it with his tail at some point too.
That would be great.
I
That would be
can't
amazing.
hold an item with it, unfortunately.
That is so stupid. You know?
And like,
I
I could do interact actions, yes. So I could have lit the torch, but I couldn't hold the torch.
That
Like,
is
I want to
crazy.
be able to like
yeah.
hold, like second hand hold the gun and then hold the torch with one hand, but it says I can't hold items. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever I was playing Dalen, and I thought about taking the skillful tail feat too, and I was like, this is fucking garbage.
I would have to ask the GM. Maybe if there's something we could do with that.
We could talk about it.
we could talk.
Before we do that, though, let's activate this small cave.
hot.
Gribbs, are you able to see?
I do see.
So you're really the only. Like I said, this cave is not great for what I had envisioned, but it's okay. You're really the only person who'd be able to see what you see out there. You see these 3 blue-skinned creatures. They're quadrupedal, and they have like these blue tentacles that pull back from their head. And all 3 of them are kind of like rooting around with some boxes in the back of the cave. It looks like there's not much here. This has maybe been used as some other kind of storage for pirates or something like that. But the creatures don't immediately like seem to pay any mind to you.
Mhm.
Though you do notice the one that's closest to you kind of like lifts its head and sort of is like,
I slowly back away, like low.
okay.
I get back to the group and I cuddle everyone close. I get down on one knee. I'm
Okay.
like, guys, this is what's up. We got 3 beasts in there. I think I see some crates. Could have been our crates. But they don't look friendly.
That's great.
That's,
Oh, okay.
that's just crate.
And you would know for sure, Bromir, that it's definitely not all of it. Like if it is stuff that came from that pit, it's not nearly enough stuff to be all of it. It's just a little bit.
It's some of our booty.
Torch.
I don't know. I'm still pretty injured from that last fight.
Same here. Has it been an hour yet, GM?
It would have been, yeah, probably between all the moving and healing and then tracking. It's been about an hour.
It's been about
So-
7 minutes.
So since this doesn't look like it's all of the lost gear, we could remember where this is. It's not a very big island, and perhaps look for the other gear. And maybe it's not being guarded by some wily beasts. When we're feeling more up to it, a little bit more healthier. Or we can just take them all on right now.
I mean,
How many were there again? You
just-
said 3.
There were at least 20.
Oh shit.
They were
Shredding away.
massive.
While he's saying that, not that I don't trust him, but I don't know him very well, I'm going to kind of take a little peek in the cave myself.
Okay. So yeah, you see the 3 blue creatures. They're not very tall. You know, they're sort of like maybe 2 to 3 feet at the haunches. But they're definitely like thick. You know, stocky. They look like they would definitely be able to do some damage if they wanted to. But right now they seem to be like sniffing around these boxes for whatever reason.
Is there like a knowledge check that I could
You could attempt an occultism check.
Oh,
I
spicy.
don't think I got that
Okay,
one. But
no.
let me take a look.
It's in a book.
Reading
Occultism
right bell.
check. Oh,
I can see from
I'm
this-
untrained in
the
that,
light.
so I don't. Can I
You
still?
can still,
Yeah.
you can still attempt recall
can still attempt
knowledge
it.
if it's untrained.
Man, I don't know
Right.
shit.
I mean, anybody who wants to like poke their head in, you could, if you looked at it,
Okay.
you know,
Do I need
attempt to check.
Do I need to step forward, like kind of?
Yeah, you need to get about right there. Yeah.
Oh.
I've got to see this. Is what everyone what it looks like.
Alder, instead of peeking his head in, he's more of like walks up to Wesley and he's like,
Bam.
Band-Aids, please. I didn't want to, but
dying
I
right
guess I
now.
can now.
Wesley, you when you do this, this isn't any kind of like Loracle thing, right? This is just a regular recall knowledge. You've actually heard about these
I fucking know what these are. You
referenced in an old text, and it's like you've only heard about them from like one place. They seem to be, you know, most people consider this story that you read to be some kind of myth, but they called the creatures Akata.
Kuna Matata?
I like to start the
Gotta get
quest
outta
out with a
here.
TPK. You know,
Yeah.
let's start the campaign with a
I'm getting
TPK.
PTSD from these. Yeah, I didn't even see them. You're like bluish tinged hound looking creatures, and I was like, you fucking asshole.
I feel like Bromer would be thinking, damn, maybe I said 20 was too many. Now they were just too curious. I should have just went with like 5.
Sure, just went with
Oh,
5.
God.
Um, yeah, you would remember as well
Was it
that
their first date?
the story described that their bite could inflict a horrible disease, and nobody really knew, like nobody was able to figure out what the disease, how it worked or did, but it killed all the people that were infected with it and turned them into zombies.
We whispering this to each other right here, or are we all just sitting here taking a look?
We're crowding
Are
in. All of us are crowding in the entranceway. The light behind us casting shadows, and we're just like, God.
It's sniffing.
Because
Yeah.
Mobat's gonna be like, they don't look that tough to me. What's your problem, man?
I'd say
first.
I'd say also you would know, Wesley, with your recall knowledge, that these creatures are a little bit unusual in that they're very quiet. You notice they're not like making any sounds other than like the sniffing sound that they made. They're not making any sort of groans or grunts or anything. And you know that they actually are not able to hear at all, but they have a very good sense of smell and sight. I mean, there's 7 of you and 3 of them. I mean, how hard could it be?
There's like
only-
5.5.
3 of them. What did your stories say about their resilience to bullets?
Wesley, Band-Aids.
Didn't mention it.
Did they?
As I hear the cocking of a gun.
And that was well put.
Oh, okay. Hmm. Okay.
What about fisterning?
Fist.
Oh, it's a different kind of bludgeoning.
Wesley, Band-Aids.
That could be.
I just feel like tugging on his shirt.
We can.
So, we shouldn't tarry here any
Yeah,
longer.
don't reek of curry. No.
Cats on the menu, boys.
a box. But there's a box.
Take a step
Yeah, it's
back.
our stuff.
Take a step back. Very slowly. So they don't.
How many boxes did you say were in there when I first looked?
It's just a couple.
Just
Like-
a couple.
One larger box and one smaller box.
And of the how many were
Oh.
missing from the whole? Hollanders.
There's amount of rations and amount of kegs
Yeah.
that he specified, not so much
The stuff-
box.
Yeah, the stuff missing from the whole. I mean, some of it would have been in crates. So it would have been like 20 crates and like 10 kegs that are
Oh, so
that
there's
were
a
supposed
lot
to
of
be in the
stuff.
hole. Yeah, it would have been a lot.
Okay.
Damn.
Sounds like it's a search and find.
I mean, based on what you learned about the tracks, because these tracks that you followed here were older, you probably
Yeah.
would assume that this is not what was in the hole. This is probably left over from something else.
Okay.
Probably something cool then. You just gotta die to get it.
I mean, we've got this whole book of undead archetypes, you know.
I mean,
Now,
Vasco's I just get to make Monty the character as an automaton and just move with that.
now the captain.
That sounds really familiar.
Now.
Good.
Where have I heard that before, Swing? I'm drawing a blank.
I got that idea. It was from another game. No.
Mavat, were you trying to say something? All I heard was meowing.
Now the captain's gonna be mad. Now I think we should go try to find the cargo. Now, I mean we're supposed to be pirating now.
Is he okay from the last combat?
I think something got knocked
Yeah.
loose.
shook up.
Knock loose.
No, it's like trucker speak. It's like over. Psh. But, you know, it's like
Over, meow. Well, then,
yeah.
if we need time, then we'll take some time as we backtrack and find those other supplies we actually came here for. We can come back here later.
Perhaps looking for the actual cargo will take about an hour.
Yeah, exactly. You got any band-aids? You got some of those band-aids? Are there any other tracks that deviate from this path?
No, it seems to be just the one.
Okay.
One set.
Do we see any other like large ships off of the horizon?
Well, you haven't gotten around to the other side of the island yet.
Oh, okay.
Scary.
Your vision has still been occluded of that from that other side.
Okay.
So I mean, if you wanted to go back and like follow the other path, you could pretty quickly get to where you could see over the.
We could do like a
should
quick
take
scout
time.
mission, you know, and do like maybe teams to scout the island a little bit.
Let's the party.
Sounds like a good idea. Let's do it.
I love a
I'm
good
just
level
putting
one.
myself in the
If they
situation,
die
you
in-
know, scouting the island, just a quick scout. There's a lot of us, you know. Who knows? It could be.
We
worse if
we
there's a
do
lot
have
of
an
us.
eagle.
I have an
that can
eagle.
fly.
I have an eagle that can scout.
He can't talk to you though, right?
If you have an eagle that can
no.
scout, put him on auto scout, bro.
What did you choose for
I
your
think you
other
can understand-
familiar or master ability? So you have to take one for fly, since you have an eagle.
Mhm.
What's the second?
Yeah, I have fly, independent, and skilled in survival.
So yeah, I mean, he wouldn't really be able to like report anything complex. Like for something like tracking, you know, you can just kind of follow along, and he can do basic movements to kind of like show you what's happening. But if he flew over there and like was like, there are people murdering other people, he would have no way to convey that to you. It would sound kind of like, ah,
What? Okay.
ah,
So we know what it sounds like if there are people murdering people now.
over and meow.
Nice.
No, okay, that was pretty good, but whatever.
Yep.
Not a big deal. All right, what is the verdict? Okay,
Yeah.
so we're pulling back.
I say we kill the Akata.
Alder wants to kill
I
the
say we
Akata.
gotta.
Neither do I.
I agree. I
but
think
we're
we
level
should
1.
kill the Ikata, but not right now.
Session 0, Session 1, Session 0, Session 1.
I think
It's a nice cadence to that.
Just
But I'm for real.
I
Though.
think
I'm
the
fine with
the
going
loot
back
in the
and-
box.
need to find the other supplies, yeah.
We can
Was
mark
it-
this on our map.
Yeah.
When I was in there, also, it did look like there was only
And
one way in, one way out.
We went back.
It looks like there's like a second area of the cave. You could just barely kind of see like, oh, I guess maybe you
Like
can't
over
see
this
this
way?
Yeah, like over here, there's kind of a ridge up, and then looks like it kind of goes back a little bit.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Hollister's like, I think we should. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. We should find the missing cargo.
Hollister, do you have any healing potions?
Do you have any band-aids?
Back on the ship, we have
did?
supplies, but we didn't bring a lot with us. We weren't planning to fight. Let's go.
For your right
Sounds like a
party.
bad.
Okay, that's great. All right, so you guys head back around the other direction. You go along the other path, and it takes you, maybe about 10 minutes to walk to where
1 hour.
you can see the other side of the island. And as you crest the next rise, you do see a ship over there that is currently underway. It looks like they've just gotten underway maybe a few minutes prior. And they are slowly sailing away from the island. You're pretty far here. I'd say you're at least like, somewhere between 500 and 1,000 feet away. Like you're seeing a ship in the distance. You can see, well, I guess roll some perception checks for me.
Does it have its colors raised?
Yeah, give me that perception check.
Ooh, huh.
Oh, nice one, Bromir. Not bad, Svaldir. Let's see. So, Svaldir and Bromir, you guys are both able to make out quite a bit about the ship. It does have colors raised. It looks like this is, I guess Svaldir would recognize the flag that that Captain Drico flies on the Thalassus most of the time, like when he's not trying to hide who he is, which is like a stylized kobold face. And you can just, it's really far away, but you can just barely make out what looks to be a figure on the aft castle of the ship, which this ship is around. It's a little bit smaller than the Constellation. It's not quite as big, like in the frigate territory, not a heavy variety. But it looks like you can just make out a small figure on the aft castle that's like jumping up and down and waving his arms like this.
Naked as the day was
Good
born.
weight. You say naked?
Dude,
No, he's wearing clothes, definitely.
Oh,
For sure. Hollister, seeing the ship underway, is like, we need to get back to the ship. We may be able to catch them. We have to hurry.
so we don't. Well,
I do agree. Do you not think that it's faster than ours?
I'm gonna listen to Hollister since he was the one put in charge. I'm gonna pick up my body and I'm start walking back to the ship.
Taking my body with me.
Gonna follow.
This is mine now.
This is my body. There are many like
Yes. Never forget your first kill.
It's my body and I need it now.
It's my body. I do what I want.
It's my body. It'll die if I wanted to.
I'm just making sure. I don't know. The skeletons came back alive. This one ain't doing it.
But we'll miss out on whatever's in those crates in that faraway
Also,
cave.
if we were to acquire the goods in that cave, it could at least help us in the chase.
Yeah, maybe they got bandages.
They could have bandages.
Or those cases could be flipping
And
empty. We
supplies.
don't know that.
No one expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Nobody expected, especially
Exactly,
our-
Salvatore.
streets.
Yes, what Salvatore said. Yeah.
The longer we wait, the further they get away.
I'm walking back to the ship.
Yep.
Or back to
Ready.
the boat to go back to the ship.
That seems dangerous to me, and I don't know what it is. I think maybe Frozen Hand has used this as his. I've heard of him having a cave on this island. Maybe I've never been there, so this might be it. But I think we need to get the cargo. We have sailors to feed. If we don't have food, we're gonna run into trouble fast.
Come sail away. Come
All right.
sail away.
We're coming back here, though.
Yeah. We marked it on the map.
We marked it on
Yes.
the map.
That's
What's a
great.
map?
Who needs a map?
We'll come back. We'll ask the captain maybe about a cave on here with a bunch of scary blue dog things. You got Kakata. That's what you said. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, Kakata.
Kaka.
Then yes. I'll follow along, head towards the boats.
I don't particularly like dogs. Wow.
That's why we want to put them out of their misery for you.
With my gun.
I'm gonna keep walking to the boat.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Gonna head towards the boats as well.
Yeah. I already made my Akata joke, but I put it in the chat.
Anyways, all right. So you guys make it back to the rowboats, and I guess you still have 4 injured sailors there on the beach. They're not really in any condition to row themselves. The Hollisters kind of like we should split into 2 groups, or well, no, we need all 3 of these boats. Do you think we can row all 3 boats with?
We could tie one to one of them. Empty.
I mean, you could do it on 2 boats, because you guys basically take up a whole boat just yourselves.
You fatties.
So
I think we should split the 4 of us up in each boat and tie the other one empty.
Yeah, split the party for sure.
Yeah. Especially on the boats.
Yeah.
It's hey,
Playing into his hand.
increases our survival that somebody's gonna live.
But yeah, I mean, Alistair's like, we can come back for the last boat later. Let's just
Yes,
drag it
when
up
we come
onto the
back to
beach
cave.
and let's go. Yes.
We have to come back. That's good thinking, Father.
We should then hide the boat so it doesn't look like it's occupied.
Dress it up,
Yes.
make it look like a rock.
And we don't have time for all that. Let's fucking go.
Bury it head deep in the sand.
Well, we should sink it. Let's just sink it.
Oh my god, it always escalates.
I'm in the boat and I've already
Water
started
like you're in
rowing.
the get the shore.
Yeah, Spalder hops in one of the boats.
Okay.
And then burn it. And then
So you guys are underway rowing back to the ship. And as you get about halfway back to the ship, and you can see on the deck of the Constellation, you can see the captain and Decius and a handful of the sailors over there are like waving you to hurry up, and you can see that, of course, somebody in the crow's nest with a spyglass is like calling out things, and it looks like probably the Constellation has now noticed this other ship like leaving the island. So you guys, do your best to get there as quickly as you can. You climb up the rope ladder on the side of the ship, and then they start hoisting the boats up after you. And what do you guys do? You go straight to the captain? I mean, he's kind of like standing off to the side, waiting for you to come over and report.
Basco's gonna help unload what supplies we did get, and help the wounded.
I'll go to the infirmary.
Yeah.
Spalder will be getting the.
I'm going to the
content
captain. I'm
onto
going to
the
put the kobold in front of him because that's what I was told to do.
Oh man, simple orders.
Svalder, you said you're doing what now?
I'm bringing what cargo we were able to grab and bring it onto the ship.
Okay. So some of you, go about helping the injured. Hollister does head over, and he waves you to come with Wesley, and he does go over to the captain, Captain Frozen Hand, which this would be the ideal time to share Captain Frozen Hand's image. I'll just drop it on this map here, and you can mouse over it.
Meows over it?
Yeah, mouse over it. Captain Frozen Hand is an orc standing 7 feet tall with massive shoulders. His deep green skin is marked by lines of red, almost like veins across all the visible parts of his body, signs of his tiefling heritage. He has 2 curled horns that sweep back from the sides of his head. His name comes from the glove that he always wears on his left hand. Those who have touched the glove have reported their hands going numb instantly, and it is always covered in a frosty blue rime. With penetrating red eyes, Captain Frozen Hand seems both brutally intelligent and physically powerful, not to mention whatever his magical glove is capable of.
Oh, that did rhyme.
Like that?
Oh.
That is Captain Frozen Hand. And next to him is resting casually Decius, second mate and mage on the ship. A human Chilaxian man with long dark hair and tattoos all down his arms.
It's good to know that he's so chillax.
He uses a lot of ab magic. Decius does.
Nice.
Now that's a pirate now.
Just keeps. Has so many abs.
Oh my god.
There's more every time I see him.
Beautiful.
He casts Magic.
Magic. That's right. There you go.
Nice.
Way to get in. Way to get in.
Welcome to the group.
Quality content.
And lingering nearby, not to be left out, is first mate Tracklegar, the less than 5 foot tall goblin.
Goblin.
You guys know Tracklegar is he's in charge of the crew basically, so it's his job to make sure everybody does what they're supposed to do from a high level sense, and he's a pretty vicious bastard. The captain is usually fairly even-handed. Stories have been told of him dispensing some justice personally, but rarely would you have seen him get angry or anything like that. So as Hollister approaches and the rest of you who are going to the captain, he's like, there's not a lot of cargo.
I guess that'll be the time that I throw the body down.
And you throw the body down, and the captain is like, I see. We need to get underway. I'm assuming that they've taken it. And Hollister is like, yes, Captain. They have taken the cargo. We got what little we could, and he kind of points to where Svalder is bringing the little bit that you got up. But it wasn't much. We're very low on supplies now.
Oh.
What's that?
On that one of the words? Supply.
Meow. Over and meow.
Over and meow.
So as soon as he says we need to get underway, Tracklegar is like, shouting orders to the crew. Unfurl sails, all this sailing speak that I don't know. Degrees to the wind, tack to the, and go to the
Degrees,
different
Hoist the
things.
capacitors.
Yeah. Yar.
Turn and run up the mast and start
Clearly.
dropping sails.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to ask, as the ship gets underway, of course, you guys would typically have some kind of task that you're expected to do. What do you imagine your characters do when the ship is getting underway?
I'll be somewhere on the mast, either tying the sails or dropping the sails.
So you're up in the rigging, like on the mast or something like that, working on sails.
I'll
Yep.
get some ranching
And
a
then
little bit or something, but.
And then I'd probably climb up to the crow's nest after I'm done and be up in the crow's nest.
Okay. Chris? Okay. So you'll be, and the captain often operates the helm himself, but he does have a helmsman that'll stand in when he's wanting to be hands off. So the captain will be up there as well. Okay, Dom, what does Svalder do?
I honestly am just ignorant to what most things happen on a ship like this. So
I don't know. I don't know what people do. We don't have to be
Yeah.
super accurate, but just for the
Everyone's
flavor.
like, he looks busy, just like
Ready to
start tying
It
rope.
looks busy.
Yeah.
So I imagine, yeah.
Hey, that's what I do every day for work. Get off my ass.
As the captain said, we're going after him, ready the main sails, get the cannons ready, prepare for battle.
Yeah,
And
getting the
I
cannons ready
think-
for sure. Yeah.
I'd say
I think I
Bosco would be
would
one of the
be-
cannon crews.
That's a good
with
point.
Monty.
Because
Yeah, general quarters. Yeah.
Ragnall is the armor of the ship, so
Mhm.
Svalder would probably be helping him getting everything ready, like what Movat was saying, getting things prepped for combat.
Yeah, and a lot of as you guys are moving around, a lot of the crew is also running around to the general quarters call. So the gun crews are making their way down below decks if they weren't already. And it's a big ship, but it's also there's 100+ people on it, so it's pretty cramped. When you think of a ship that's 100 feet long, 150 feet long, that's not a lot of space, for 120 people.
Not a lot of space at all.
Yeah.
Someone's sitting in someone's lap,
Oh yeah. Oh, you're having a fun time.
and not just for on purpose.
I don't know what hot bunking is. Is that a special Navy term?
Sounds like a thing. Yeah.
On shifts, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that would definitely have to be the case because there's not going to be enough room to have cots for everybody on the ship, right? You'll have to do it in shifts. So yeah, everybody's kind of running around, and you're going up and down the little ladders and stuff, and people are trying to be orderly and everything. Which, on a pirate ship, your compatriots are generally some pretty rough and tumble people, but they also understand that you have to run the ship and you have to do it well or you get killed. So there's a certain sense of camaraderie, even though these are probably not a lot of these people you wouldn't trust if you're in town or something. But on the ship you kind of have to work together. You don't really have a choice. So in this situation, everybody's working pretty cohesively and getting to their assigned places. So Dom, you're going to help out with preparing the guns and the gun crews and equipment, powder, all that kind of stuff. Romir, what do you do on the ship?
So yeah, since I'm pretty muscular and everything, I imagine I'd be up on deck with the rigging, especially with the heavy ropes.
Yeah.
Especially with them being wet, they're even heavier. Maybe with the anchor.
Big heavy rope. Oh yeah, you're
Hoisting an anchor.
Yeah, hoisting up the anchor
or
cutting off.
tying stuff down.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, maybe the two of you are you're the two anchor guys who
clearing the deck so
Pull the
it's not a
anchors and
hazard.
batten everything down.
Yeah. Make sure people don't trip over stuff, that kind of thing on the deck.
Okay.
Stuff that's not easy for normal people to move to.
Yeah. Basco, what are you getting up to?
We'll find Monty there by one of the particular like the deck guns, up on the main deck, not the gun deck, and meet up with him. Just like, man, we saw some crazy stuff, and we saw these blue dog things, and you just see this like with construct about the same height as Basco, but he's like largely comprised of like a mishmash of wooden and metallic components, and these like just kind of like blank metal eyes, and he just kind of nods along and kind of falls in line with Basco as it goes to like prep one of the guns on the deck and everything, because I believe in the description you said there was a gun deck with like 28 guns or so, and then on the main deck there were a couple of guns towards the front and everything.
That's right. Yeah, you got 2 guns at the bow and 2 guns at the stern. So
Gotcha.
they don't do a lot, but that's just like if you do poorly in maneuvering and they're broadsiding your front or your ass, then at least you got something to fire back. But obviously you prefer to get broadside. In an idea, the best shot from what I read is broadside to the enemy's stern. If you're behind them and shoot up the length of the ship, then you're gonna wreck house.
Yeah,
it's also great from the front, too. But
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Disable them.
Yeah.
Disabled.
Disable.
So Basco would be up front with Monty prepping one of the main guns on the front, on the main deck, to like as we give chase, kind of get it lined up and everything ready to go.
Mm-hmm. And those front guns, like if you're chasing somebody, I think they would sometimes be used to like try to fire shots at rigging and stuff like that to potentially slow down the target. But I don't know how effective that was, but we'll see. So obviously you guys are not going to be the primary pilots of this ship at this time. So what I'm going to have you do instead is roll a d20, and I will use the appropriate people's skill modifiers to determine the outcome. So I'm going to need 3 checks. Who wants to roll the first d20? You guys are.
How do we roll? Just a
I'll
plain
roll
D20?
one.
You can type into the chat /roll space 1d20. I don't have the dice tray mod, so
New actor number 9.
just gonna go there. That's what the
Panicked.
without those quotation marks is how you do it.
Gotcha.
There you go.
Oh, I don't know why it rolled twice.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, he rolled one earlier and then he copied the other one.
Oh, okay. Okay. So we got a 12, an 11, and a 13. You guys are a little bit behind here because, of course, you did take the side avenue and you took some time to heal and different things like that. So you got
bury the boat,
bury the boat, disguise it as, and then
a tree,
as a tree. Yeah, you turn the boat in. First, you chop the boat up, and then you fashioned it into a tree shape, and then you put foliage.
A druid-shaped tree.
It took some time, but we got there in the end, A druid-shaped tree.
Oh my
There's a silver owl in it.
I hear.
You're killing me. So you guys give chase to the Thalassus, and they're you had a rough heading, and the Movat and whoever else is up in the crow's nest with the spyglasses is like, keeping eyes on and updating the heading, and they're the captain and the first mate and the second mate are all calling different things for like how to do the sails and different stuff like that.
Nice.
You in the first bit, it looks like your Movat. You can tell that it looks like you're losing ground to the other ship. It's lighter. It's got less of a draft. It's it's a little bit just lighter in the water. And Wesley, you hear the captain call over to Decius, and he's like, "We're gonna need more." We got to go faster. And so Decius, and I guess, I forgot to ask Tucker what he's doing on the ship. Sorry, you don't have a camera, Tucker, and that messes me up. So, Hadron, are you up there with Decius?
Probably would have gone to. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Probably with him or OB. But probably with OB once we start taking damage.
Yeah. He has you pull out some rare gemstones from a satchel, and you've had to do this before to help him with this ritual thing that he does. And he like starts setting these gemstones out and going through these ritual steps and casting this. Well, it's definitely over your head at this point. You don't really know, like you kind of know the mechanics of it, but you wouldn't be able to actually do it yourself at this point. But you've seen it enough times, like you get the gist of how the ritual works. And as he does so, you guys see like the sails like start to strain as this just mass of air starts to push against them, and the ship just kind of like lurches forward, increasing in speed considerably. And in the second round, you start to gain on the Thalassus, and you're. But as the ritual concludes, all those gemstones are like burned up. You see they like go this like dark, dim color, and he's like, "Give me more gemstones. Set up the ritual for the next one." And as you reach into the satchel, there are no more gemstones.
Oh shit! Use me as a gemstone.
And you start to lose ground. You keep losing ground. And then the ship goes out of sight.
Quickly blow into the mast.
And within like firing range of the forward guns.
No, you never got close enough to shoot.
Question: does this ship have a lower deck with a rowing crew? Also.
No, it doesn't have a rowing crew. It's just sail.
Okay. Just sail. All right.
The Movat's just like, there's too many. We need to be lighter, and starts tossing people overboard. Get out! Get out! Meow! Get out!
Meow! You're out of here.
Say meow of here.
Meow out of here. Yeah.
Okay.
Out of here.
Yep. So as the Thalassus sails off into the sunset, you can just imagine in your mind's eye that little kobold dancing on the aft castle. Wesley, you hear the captain eventually say, and shit, Hadron, you'd be up there too. Well, that means we're going to have to find supplies elsewhere. And the rest of the crew that's on the aft castle that can hear, they know what that means. You know.
Going to the caves.
Eat the interns.
No.
Oh, never.
You got to find a target.
Time to find a merchant ship.
The new target. Okay.
But I think that's going to be a good place to end our first session, y'all.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Did you all remember to put your first 50 XP in, or did you forget?
I did.
I wasn't in session 0, so
Yeah, I remember right now, actually. Do that.
Okay.
Level 18.
You're actually level 32, legendary.
Oh shit!
All of these are untruths.
Yeah.
All right, so how does one add XP?
So you pull up your character sheet,
Uh-huh.
and in the top right, there's that like 50 over 1,000 or 0 over 1,000 next to where it says level 1. You just change the number to the left of that ratio to whatever your XP should be.
0 to 50.
So you said we had 50 from.
Yeah, you had 50 starting out. And for tonight's session, I'm going to give you 150.
Oh, hot.
And Swing, you can take the 50 too, because you were listening along, so that counts.
Okay.
So everybody should be at 200.
Awesome.
I like doing XP because to me, especially for like a more homebrew campaign where I'm prepared to be flexible with where this story goes, where you can't really be with an AP. To me, it doesn't matter. Like if you guys over level or under level or whatever, like, we can adapt or you can get killed and it's fine. We'll just
The
make
story
a new
arc
party.
could be different for us too. So,
Yeah. And like I said, I think I mentioned in the session 0, like I have an idea for the long arc of where I see this story going, and there's certain world events that are going to happen no matter what. But the way that you choose to interact with those world events could, like, we may not do any of the stuff that I have planned, in terms of
fighting dogs in a cave that would murder us.
Yeah, I just want, it's just an option.
Yeah,
If
we
you
could have had a ton of experience for that too.
Wow, that's what we get to go back
survival check.
and farm that XP
Yeah.
next.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah, and then we'll come back again after they reset.
That's Well, actually, I would just leave the island and reset it myself.
Oh,
just,
okay.
just for
Remember
speed
that.
running.
I didn't know how your homebrew worked.
Yeah, no, definitely DDO rules here.
DDO rules here. Okay.
But great sesh, everybody. I think that's where we're gonna end the stream.
Good
Sounds
sesh.
Good sesh, everybody.
Thanks for
Awesome.
coming out.
Thank you, everyone. Had a great time.